set our course for stars unknown, a crew of dreams and hearts of stone. In the silence of the endless night, seeking answers in the void's great height. Whispers of worlds we've yet to find, twinkling lights that tease the mind. In this steel bird we call our home, for cosmic seas we aim to roam. Into the black where shadows grow, where stardust trails we softly flow, bound by hope and strings of fate, searching for life in this empty state. Into the black where shadows grow, with stardust trails we softly flow, bound by hope and strings of fate, searching for life in this empty state. We gather round in the cabin's glow, sharing tales of earth where rivers flow. But out here the darkness calls, no boundaries, no earthly walls. Silent echoes of a cosmic breeze, constellations like scattered leaves.
What's up? All right, here we go. Sorry it took us so long to talk, everybody. Welcome to our first Traveler stream. We've all been waiting to get. We've all been waiting to get here. Why is Chris the only one I'm hearing say "yay"? Mr. Witch
Probably
King.
because I'm autistic. I don't know what Colin's excuse is.
All right.
You have no soul.
I was about to say, like, Mr. Witch King, who I, by the way, I did mention in the stream I did earlier today that you gifted me this game, sir. So, I could run it for you, sir. So you should be saying yay too.
No, I am excited.
Okay, all right. In your own way, I get it. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to an actual play stream of Traveler 2E. And brought to you by me, your host, Tabletop Junkie, who will also be the, I don't know what we call it, the referee? I call myself the Space Master.
Referee.
Space Master.
Yeah, it's judge or referee, I think.
Okay. I like
Referee
Space
normally.
Master because it makes me feel empowered. No, I'm not wearing black leather either.
You could be. You definitely could be.
All right, we're going to be moving on here real quick to Archer Colin. Why don't you describe us and give us a small brief, because we're going to be getting into our characters during this session. Give me a small brief intro of yourself and your character, please.
Hi, I'm Archer Colin, sci-fi nerd. My character is, to give him his full title and rank within the Imperium, Professor Sir Idaho Smith. He is a Darien by birth, which means he has comes from the Darien Confederation, which is very much oriented on knowledge, science, and learning. He also is, the Darians are a race, if you like, of humanity. They've been slightly genetically altered, and they were seeded hundreds of thousands of years ago from Earth stock. He has a somewhat gold-coloured skin, and his hair is very, very, very light brown.
So you're playing an elf. You're playing a space elf.
I was about. Yes, they have been. I have seen Darians referred to as space elves. They are.
And you
slightly
wonder why I
less-
referred to your character as an elf lover.
Yeah.
in
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, dear boy. I had made the connection to somewhere elsewhere. You'll also find he is quite resistant to heat. His
All right, we got enough
species
of
has
his skills,
built
but
something.
who
Um,
is he? Who is
and
he in the
he's a-
galaxy?
He's a scholar. He has, like most of his kind, he started life. His parents moved to a combined Aryan Confederation and Imperium dig on an airless moon, which is where he grew up. He had an interest in archaeology. Went to university. Made his ranks up through various digs. And on his and as a result of very famous finds on his last dig, he was actually knighted,
Oh, nice. Very nice.
which is why he is now Sir. I don't say professor because teaching position. And he is. I wouldn't say he goes around wearing a fedora hat and cracking a whip because those things don't exist in the Traveller universe, but he's also nowhere near as athletic and action oriented as a certain professor whose character whose name is a rip off of.
Oh boy. All right, going to Witch King.
Hello, I'm the Witch King of Samra. I am a blogger, occasional YouTuber, and I appear on streams like this one. So I am playing Manoy Ruiz, the Volani human, distant Ptolemy descent. He was a Marine from the ages of 18 to about 42, I think. And then he spent about a term or so after he retired from the Marines. He joined the merchant career and tried to be a free trader. That did not turn out well because partway into his second term, he just dropped out. So he didn't make it the full second term.
Damn.
And that's where he ended up now. And now somehow he is on an alien planet that is not at all based on Bravka from Star Wars.
I love that cover up. Anyway, moving on to Spartacus.
Hello, I'm Spartacus, and I am playing Cedric Booker, will be who was a pilot in the Navy, achieved the rank of captain, and before retiring at the age of 38, and yeah, that's so far what I have.
And I'm also the Space Master, but I'm gonna play a character. I'm playing Malcolm Reynolds. Yes, guys, I took the name from Firefly. Nathan Fillion, you're the best. If you see this stream, I love you. Love Nathan Fillion, especially after he started acting for Green Lantern in the New 52 TV series. Definitely big inspired hugely inspired by that actor. Anyway, I am playing Malcolm Reynolds, who is actually a space. Well, I don't want to say space marine, but technically, his rank is Lance Corporal, and he's a Star Marine, and he's in his 4th term currently, serving it. However, he is lost in space somewhere. He was on a ship, and I'm pretty sure he was on a ship with 2 other people that he's about to find out never existed until just now. But they were all on the same ship, and it was going down, and only very few shipmates have survived. And unfortunately, we ended up on a I don't want to say a backwater planet, because there's no water on this planet, but we ended up somewhere that we really, really don't want to be in. So, yeah.
One last thing. My character is was a captain in the Imperial Marines. So he outranked your character.
Good look. I'm still active,
right.
motherfucker. I'm still in there, and I have my guns. Oh, so then you might have been a
You're still
diplomat.
at-
So then, yeah. So you weren't there. You crash landed here some other way. I blame the Navy, man. You were piloting it. Why did we crash land here, sir? Captain. I'm only a Lance Corporal, so there we go.
Are you talking to my
Oh,
character, or are you talking to?
I was talking to Chris's character. Chris's character.
Okay.
He's currently still active in the Navy
Steve?
too. So technically, we would possibly been on the same ship together. You're retired. You're older than I am. You're like, man. By the time you joined the Marines, I was still pooping in my diaper. I'm only 30.
You see, this is why Witch King has a temporary official promotion to major,
Oh, this ain't gonna happen.
because they can only be. No, this is exactly what. But yeah, we got into this the other night, didn't we?
Yeah, we're not doing it again. I'm gonna hush that up. I'm giving you the X card, sir, or the red card, whatever the hell. I don't know. I don't know those cards. I didn't study the
The
safety
red
manual.
card.
I didn't study
Red
the
card
safety
is the
protocol.
soccer thing, or red card is the football thing or soccer thing.
Okay.
X card is the safety tool in
Okay.
role playing games.
Well, I didn't study either one of those, so there we go.
Oh Lord, is it?
All right, so we've crash landed on this planet called CASCA. It is most people believed it to be a backwater planet, but the people here are mostly humanoids. There is other species here as well that are currently serving some time. They are space-worthy, very much space-worthy. They have starships as well. So to keep the peace and make sure that when you're on a planet, and to make sure that we don't come up with an intergalactic space war of any kind, you have to follow the laws of the planet that your feet are currently touching. And unfortunately, all of our feet, when we all crash landed each of our vessels, and we all survived, which I was not driving, I can say that because there's 2 active soldiers in this group. Cedric, I totally was not in control of the helm, Cedric. So when our feet touch this ground, this planet owns us. So now we have been here for 6 months, and we have to pay for 6 months of oxygen because there is no atmosphere on this planet. The city is built artificially, has artificial air, has an artificial atmosphere. When you go outside, you have to be wearing a vac suit. There are starships everywhere. It seems like starships crash land here a lot. Not sure as to why that is. Maybe there's some mystery behind that, where you got to figure out why everyone keeps crash landing. But as
The atmospheric magnetic field
Space
is
Bermuda
affecting
Triangle.
spaceships.
gravity well, there could be a gravity well.
Space Bermuda.
There was giant
Yep.
So now we are
zone
owned
nearby.
by.
I know what's watching.
So now we are owned by the Cascaskians, who are pretty much, they look human. So like us, they're just dicks. A lot of dicks.
Are they of Alani descent or something else?
I would say Villani descent. I'd
Okay.
say they're probably a branch of Villani that settled here 1,000 years ago, and they built their whole city around this because there's only one city on it, and it's called Scrap City. And I also got part of this from Titan AE. If you ever seen that movie, it was it was a very nice space anime movie. Wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was actually, for what it was, I thought it was okay. There was a scrap field that the main character was in, so that's kind of where I got this from. So we are in a scrap planet. So we now have to pay. So everything is so oxygen is valuable to them. Water is valuable to them because they have to make their own water. They have to make sure that they have sustenance. They have hydroponics. This city is vast, but you have to pay for everything. So you want food, you have to pay for it. No, you can't go without eating. You have to take the food. So their laws are made to keep you here.
Okay, I might regret asking this, but is the food addicting and you need a constant supply of it?
No, it is not.
Okay, good. We're not on the Blake 7 prison world.
No.
No, this is.
Oh, I'm just thinking of looking around for Jeff Goldblum.
The food is made of synthetic nutrients and a substance that basically think of it like the Matrix. So our food is basically mushy oatmeal.
This is more so similar to Apatros from Star Wars, the home world of Darth Bane, where a corporation controlled the whole planet. Everything you had to pay for, and there was caps on how much you could make, so that you didn't pay off your whole debt to the corporation and get free.
Also, Ready Player One.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, a lot of ideas went into this world. So now we are prisoners, like legal prisoners of the Kaskaskians, or we can just call them, called CASCA, CASCA. So
Cascasians.
Cascasians. There we go.
Cascan.
Cascasians. Yeah. Probably would be bad if I said they were predominantly white, but okay.
Oh, jeez.
Cascan, didn't they?
Or Caskins. Caskins would work too.
Yep, I like Caskins. Here we go. We'll go with Caskins. All right, so we've all been here for 6 months. How do we know each other? How do you guys think we know each other?
I think my character was caught, and was in the brig or something on the ship that your character, Tabletops and Chris's ship was.
Okay.
He may have gotten himself caught trying to smuggle something, and he lost his crew, and he was just on his own, and then he got caught by the Navy, and then we crashed.
Okay.
But also, at least one of you probably may have remembered me from the time before I was a free trader. Which wasn't that long ago. It was only 4 years that I'd been a free trader.
You know what? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me see here real quick. Because you technically, give me a social roll.
Okay.
Just
Check
a
with social.
social
I
roll.
don't think it has a modifier. Okay, yeah. No modifier. That's a 6.
That's a 6? Okay, give me 1 second. No. Where are you? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, this is kind of trivial and amateurish, but you've possibly reached the history books. Like your name is in the database of the Imperium servers and stuff like that. So I probably read about you for sure.
Probably a pretty well decorated soldier with how many top secret missions have been on and like Imperial ground assaults.
So when you broke Imperium law, you definitely went public enemy, and we were sent in to capture you.
Maybe. I was thinking maybe it was more that he got himself caught up in some criminal hijinks, and it didn't go according to plan, and he got caught by the Navy.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a washed-up Marine, basically.
Well, I have respect for you, so I'm. I was the soldier that was watching over the brig, and I wouldn't talk to you because I have respect for you, but I have a huge disrespect for you too, because again, you're a washout, but yet you're a highly decorated soldier.
I did retire. I didn't just get kicked out or anything.
No, you're right. Right. That's why he has respect for you. He has disrespect because you chose a life of crime. So
Could be worse.
But he doesn't treat you with disrespect. Like before you go anywhere, he makes sure you look nice and he makes sure that you're well fed. So he's been giving so like the last 6 months that we've been on CASCA, he's definitely been giving you half his rations to make sure you're keeping your strength up for your advanced age.
I'm not that advanced. I'm only 46.
You're
Advanced enough.
old.
I'm 8 years older than you, asshole.
And
Chris is the captain.
not-
Chris was the captain. Cedric was the captain that was leading the charge that found you. So he's definitely overseeing, making sure that you're okay, I'm okay, because that's his job. But how does your character feel about all this?
Uh,
No, not your
honestly-
character, Chris's character.
oh, my bad.
I want to
Well,
hear from.
frustrated.
I want to hear from Cedric.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm frustrated because we're trapped on a world that isn't too pleasant. Having to waste all of our money on trying to just get the basic needs, and I'd rather be flying and not stuck on the ground.
Actually, we retain all of our personal possessions and credits that we have on our character sheets currently because they don't have a use for our credits. They have use for us mining.
Do we keep our gear too?
Yep. They don't want anything to do with that.
Wow, so I have my gun on me still.
Well, but you gotta imagine, they probably got more armed soldiers. So you're allowed to. So the thing is, you have your weapons, but your weapons are not currently on your character. Like they have to be put away.
Okay.
The law of this world is. Let me see. Hang on a second. I think we're at law level 8. All bladed weapons and stunners and all visible armor are currently banned. They have to be in private areas. So they probably did confiscate them. Let me correct that. They did confiscate them because everything from that on is banned on this planet. So we're pretty much just all wearing clothes, and if we have vac suits or combat armor that has life support, that's all we're allowed to have because that's what we have to have going out to mine.
Well, I hope they have refills for life support services.
They do, but that costs, and that goes towards our debt. That goes into our debt.
Damn company towns.
So the question is, how do we meet the space elf? By the way, I think my character's gonna be very much against your character with pointy ears because I'm sorry, I did see a picture of a Darren recently. They've got pointy fucking ears. They've got pointy fucking ears.
Have they? I don't remember that.
Ran into him at the bar.
Well, I was going to say two.
Dude, I don't want to go.
Two questions.
I don't think I'd go to the bar because I'm going to tell you what right now. If everything else costs, imagine what they're going to charge for a single shot of a drink.
Well, then the other option is that we run into in the mines.
If I was going to say, if he's been around long enough, I may actually remember. Well, I may have met Captain Booker many years ago, when an Imperial Navy vessel assisted in my medical evacuation and treatment after an incident on my second my second dig assignment. Has this planet had any previous occupation, or has it only ever been these guys?
There was no previous occupation before these people. No.
There's no history or anything.
Not that we know. We have to look. We have to look for it.
Okay, no. So I would have been employed. I would say I was possibly on the passenger on the ship. Which question?
The planet is very cut off from the rest of the sector. It seems like, like I said, they're very private, and anybody who knows anything about this place knows that you just don't want to come here because the moment you do, you have to pay for everything. Literally, you have to pay for every step you take on the planet. They're counting our steps, people.
Okay, yeah, but I would say I was on my work. My would have been booking, traveling, booked passage, depending upon where we are, possibly back home, or I was just a passenger on board the ship, which crashed here. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Each of us. So we probably met you while we're here, and each of us was given a number that was actually we're given clothing, and on the clothing we have a designated number. That is our group number. We are all given number...
42.
No. Our group number assignment is 3K, 3TKM.
3TK what?
3TKM.
Okay.
Or we could just say 3TMK. Anyone want to try to do an intelligence check to see if they could decipher the code? Because it's a coded it's a coded number.
I was going to say, I was getting the absolutely talk about a wheelhouse. Sorry, I've got linguistics. This is going to be a linguistics check, isn't it?
This would be... They actually speak common trade, so you wouldn't need to do linguistics necessarily. Maybe it would be a linguistics.
I was just thinking. I'm thinking linguistics to work, because I don't think there's a cryptology skill. So I was thinking you said
I got a 7 for intellect roll.
Hang on just a second.
Well,
I will give you...
First off, sorry, real quick. How are the rolls? How do we do the rolls here?
2d6, and then you add whatever I tell you to add.
2d6?
Yep.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, this would be... If I'm not mistaken, if we do straight intelligence, you just roll the intelligence, and then...
I got an 8.
Okay. Well, we haven't rolled yet. Give me... Okay, I will take language.
Does my roll not count?
What roll did you get?
I got a 7 for intellect.
Oh, that does count. Okay. So you guys are actually sitting around trying to decipher. One of you... Colin, did you roll yet?
10.
Colin?
Just roll.
10. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so we got 10, 8, and 7. I guess maybe my character will roll 9. Okay, so we're all pretty much coming up with the same idea. This stands for 3 trillion, million, and thousands. So imagine if the numbers had a place value, it would end up like the number that Beetlejuice got in the first movie at the end of the movie.
Okay.
All right.
And we're the latest group that crash landed here.
So we have to wait until we earn that much credits before we can leave.
No. That is the group placement. You're the group member that has crash landed here or ended up here under this code. So no telling how long this has been going on for.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear rumors that nobody that is currently living so far has left yet.
Wonderful.
You think at some point they'd start rebuilding their population so they don't need to do this anymore?
Oh, they don't need to do it. They want to do it.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
A
labor force.
A corporation that has an unlimited supply of labor.
Okay.
Not to mention, there's factions on here. There is groups of these people that is trying to earn prestige, and you're employed under them. You're giving them prestige. And in turn, you get whatever prestige trickles down to you.
Okay. Which basically means we get nothing.
Basically.
Makes me think of that one movie that came out like a year or two ago where people are in a tower and they feed people at the top and all the food is trickled down.
That sounds like the human centipede, and this is getting crazy in here, guys.
It's a horror movie, I believe.
Oh, shit, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, we are currently in the mess hall, and this alarm goes off. And it's the alarm that you hear for start of day working. And you have to go get your assignments from one of the guards. As you guys you're approaching this one guard who's surrounded by 6 other men, heavily armed, and they got muscles up the ass. And they said, Group 3 TMK, you're going to be assigned to Sector... we're going to give you to Sector 63, which is deep into the mines. They said, there's a ship down there we want you guys to tear apart.
Okay.
So as you guys are leaving, they're giving you your mining equipment, which some of the cases looks kind of primitive, but you are given lasers that you can actually mining lasers that will cut through rock. If a mining laser is ever hit by anybody, if you hit someone with a mining laser, you are severely punished. If you hit somebody who is a native of this planet and of this city, you're given the death penalty. Even by accident. Their rules are just an absolute...
Many survivors have been hit by these.
You begin to wonder how many people have survived this. If any at all.
Well, no one's going to survive. No many people are going to survive being hit by a bloody mining laser. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're transported down into this, like, it looks like an elevator, and suddenly we open up to see this ship. Let me see if I can get a decent picture of a ship here real quick. And the guards, of course, they turn away, and they just, like, you know, they're like, go ahead and scrap that piece of junk. And then they turn their backs, and they activate some of these screens. It looks like an energy field of some kind. Where are you? Oh, there it is. This is a picture of the ship that you guys are seeing. This is the ship I kind of want to use for you guys. I've decided this one because it looks really cool.
Interesting.
Yep. It's in real bad shape. It's actually seen better days. We're not sure what kind of condition it truly is in, because it looks like it crash landed here over a couple 100 years ago. But definitely from the looks of it, you can tell, without reading this information up here, you can tell that it might have been something pretty halfway decent back in the day.
I'm glad you would thought for a moment. I thought it said it got a jump drive 200. I was going to say what?
It does say jump drive 200, but
That's the 200 kilograms or mass or whatever.
No,
right.
I thought jump drive two. No. The jump drive.
That's a power requirement.
That's-
It takes.
That's what the ancients had.
I was going to say 200. That's a way to get across Ethereum.
Like I said, this is just a picture. Like, the stats there don't really matter, because unfortunately this planet has nothing beyond a TL level 12 or 13 level ship, and I believe this is higher than that because it has a jump drive 5. 13 I don't think extends beyond 4. I just can't draw a ship. I tried. It was a lot of work.
That's okay.
Well, he uses like graph paper and then you just draw it out like the plans of it.
Unfortunately,
I did.
None of us
It
have
ended
any-
up looking like that.
That's fair enough.
I do remember you were kind of you showed me that earlier.
Yeah.
unfortunately, we don't have any engineering abilities, do we?
Nope.
Doesn't mean we
We
can't
should have
try
gone for
because doesn't mean we can't try because we're stuck here. We're not going anywhere anytime soon.
And having said that, maybe we should have gone for the went for the wrong skills package. But what the hell?
Stay in character, Colin.
There is
Stay in character.
Do any of us?
Card.
Would any of us recognize the ship?
Well, for a Navy guy, you actually would probably. I'm not gonna make you roll for this, but for a Navy guy, you would probably recognize it as being a close escort type. Wait, is it type or class? Oh, yeah, close escort type, but you don't know what kind of class it is. Because it looks very much old. It doesn't even have the coloration that you see here. The coloration that you guys saw, it doesn't have that. It has more of a rustic colorization.
Well, I guess let's get started.
All right. Who's gonna do the mining laser, and I'll take apart that control panel over there.
What skill do we need for mining laser?
Nothing. You can just operate it.
Okay, I'll operate it.
You probably would need to use your strength attribute to see if you can hold it in place while you're slowly cutting.
Well, I have a +1 strength, so I should be able to do it.
Can I check the computers, see if there's any power or anything on the ship, anything we can actually, anything of interest on it?
You can totally do that. You just got to have a certain amount of
Okay.
the. What you got to do is you're given a data pad, you're given a terminal on the wall of the mine, because right now we're on vac suits. You're given a terminal on the wall of the mine. It tells you how much of the ship you have to have done before the day's end.
You got to
And
chop.
it looks like they
up.
want the bridge dismantled before the end of day, and if not, it's going to be a pay cut.
Well, in that case, first thing to do, we need to check just in case there's anything there that we need to make sure it's safe to take apart. So, doubly so. I would that be an intelligence or an education computers check? I don't know.
So let me make sure that we're doing this right. Let me make sure to see how the skill rolls work here. Skills and tasks. Task checks. Travelers are in. Okay. Characteristics skill checks. For skill check, the traveler adds both their skill level and, if appropriate, a characteristic DM. Which means, which will be your dice modifiers for your characteristic if it requires it. Okay, so I think for that, I would say, because education... hang on, let me look up education real quick.
I'm generally not sure which would be in that one. I
think we can go either or, but let me look up the attributes here real quick. Give me just a hot second.
I mean, intelligence is knowing how to apply what you know in education. Anyway.
Right.
I'm just saying that out of general thinking process.
Okay. Measures.
Yeah.
Okay, so education measures your learning and experience, while intelligence measures your knowledge and your quickness of applying it. So it would definitely be your intellect plus computers.
Okay.
Or do we have computers as a skill? Or nope, electronics.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
well,
more of my realm.
I've got computers as zero.
I've got a skill of computers at 1. I think in version it's rolled into electronics. I've got 1 in computers.
Yep, computers is a sub-skill. It's a specialty of electronics.
So I've got computers 1, basically.
Okay.
Computers 0.
You know what? We're going to imagine, since everyone's trying to jump in on this, I imagine that my character is just sitting back watching you three just, take the lead.
There is a mechanic in the game for task chains. One character can help something and give bonuses to others as well.
I'm just saying what I see after we're all having this discussion.
Okay, no. Well, that's a 9, all told.
Yeah, I'll let him do whatever.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna give you about 30 minutes. So you get inside the airlock and you work your way to the bridge and you begin making sure that there's no power flow. Meanwhile, while we're setting up the getting ready to brace the mining lasers and set where we're putting the power pack right on on Minoy.
That's his name, Minoy.
Well, we're gonna use the belonging plural. Minoy's back because you own your back.
Mm-hmm.
Minoy's back as we're getting ready to set up the mining laser, and so we had a plan to get the hell out of here.
Well,
We've been here for
first
6
off,
months, and I've been eating the same shit.
Well, if we can get this ship working again, we could get out of here.
Question is, it looks like it's old as hell.
So, some of the best
If-
ships that smugglers ever had in this uncharted space are hundreds of years old.
Well, if the engine is working and if the flight systems is still functional and we haven't had any pests that have eaten through the wiring, we should be able
Right,
to still
I
use
have.
Hull breaches.
There are.
We get
Yep.
sucked down into
Well-
space.
Are there hull breaches, though?
There could be. There very well could be. It's
Well,
hard to
then
see
let's
right now because we're in it.
Let's run a system diagnostics check.
All right. So meanwhile, as
Doing
we're
that.
yeah. What are you?
I'm doing.
Are you like? Is this like us working? Like you're working on the car and we're setting up the tools and we're trying to figure out and we're like, how do we get the car working? Maybe it's a fuse. I'm checking the fuses. It's not the fuse. Screaming out the window as he's underneath the hood.
Yeah, probably. I would actually having said if you've got to bring something, that's it. I get a +1 to recon or survival checks involving hearing or vision, so I may be able to hear them, even though I'm in there. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy to say. What do you think I'm doing?
I'm gonna make a roll here. Chris.
Yep.
I'm gonna have you, since you wanted to do that last roll. I'm gonna make you do a roll, sir. A decent
Okay.
one too. So let me see here. I think your character would know how to do this one. Give me just a second. Let me check my list. I don't have a list. I don't know what we're talking about. Give me just a hot second. Oh, hey, look at this. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Chris, give me, ooh. Do we have Starship? Anything to do with starships? Besides piloting.
There's an entire load of space sciences, and none of us have got any of those.
Yep.
Got no.
All right, Chris.
There's engineering.
Give me an intelligence. Give me an intellect electronics roll for computers.
So I also take the modifiers from intelligence and electronics, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 2d6, right?
Yes, because you're gonna be looking for something while you're gonna be looking for something. Is it? Should it be that or should it be something else?
10.
10? Okay, I'll take that. Give me just a hot second here. Oh, what the hell? I just had what I needed. Here we go. No, that's not it either. Okay, let me make a roll here. Okay, 11. All right. So you got a 10, Chris. All right, awesome. That's not bad. There we go. There we go. Now I found what I was looking for. Ooh. Alright. Alright, Chris, give me... Oh, I do not know how to do this one, but give me 3 percentile rolls and add them together.
Are you talking about D66s?
No, I'm talking 3 percentile dice.
Okay, I didn't know if you were confused on rolling D66s or not.
No.
So just 3 D10s.
Yep. And whatever the result is, add them together.
Well, no, it's 60 tens because you're rolling 2, 2, 2, and 2.
Oh, well,
No,
what I meant is 3 10-10s dice and 3 regular D10s.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
Alternatively,
Okay.
Boy,
well,
I think we made that difficult to explain.
Oh, 3 D10s and 3 100s.
Yes.
what you should be able to put in 3D100, shouldn't you?
Yeah, you can do that in the dice roller as well.
Oh yeah, you could just do that. Do 3D 100s.
Yeah, it works.
But you'd want to roll them separately, or at least
So
count them
that's
separately.
Well, yeah, I mean, it comes up. It gives you. I've just tried it out, and it gives you the individual rolls and what the total is as usual. So, depending on if you want a total, or if you're rolling 3 separate percentiles.
That is true, Colin. We will need fuel.
Just a thought.
So grand total is 261.
261? Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So, unfortunately, that's beyond the max for what I rolled. So we will max it out to 200. So you're going through the computers. Colin actually, not Colin, Sir Idaho, managed to connect some of the power by accident and realized that there is still somewhat juice left in the reactor.
What are the chances that he shocked himself in the process in a comedic manner?
Colin, give me a percentile roll on that.
I hate you people.
Hey, I didn't say that you died. I just said you when you step out, we hear and you step out with your hair sticking up and slightly cooking.
17.
17? Not likely. He knew what he was doing.
Okay.
So Chris, as you are looking at some of the parts and some of the computers, you're able to discern that the ship is roughly 250 years old.
Well, okay. We may be able to do something here, but we're definitely going to need to replace parts. We're definitely going to need to replace maybe redo some of the wiring and get some components that are missing.
And more to the point, we're going to have to do that by the end of the day when they're going to expect us to have chopped off the control center, control cabin. They're expecting us to destroy this ship.
Well,
right?
I mean, right now, this is probably the first time that we've come in this is probably the first time that we've ever come into a ship that's this well still intact.
Yeah, definitely.
So, the question is, do we want to wait another 6 months before we come across another ship that's like this?
No. What I'm just pointing out that they're going to want us to have started chopping this up, which means there's no way we're going to be able to use it. That's what I'm saying. You say
So what are you saying? Are you saying we should abandon this and just move on?
No. I'm just saying we need to be aware of this fact that. And then again, you're the captain, so you should know these things anyway. You be aware of these things anyway, Captain. So.
Let's see if maybe there's any components nearby that we could possibly
Yeah.
scavenge to try and
After all,
make this a little more.
After all, you
usable.
are on a scrap planet.
Mm-hmm.
Spare
Well,
parts
well,
is
my
not
di-
beyond.
Yeah.
Is not beyond that.
Will my diagnostics check also be able to tell me what we will be looking for, what we would need to do to get this thing space worthy or flight worthy?
Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to find something out here real quick.
Okay.
Close escort. Is that a that's not a military vessel, you think, is it? No?
Yeah, thought so.
Hang on just a second, I'll figure it out. Okay. Hundreds of Gazelle escort class have been built at the remaining. Oh yeah, this is definitely a combat ship. Okay. Yeah. So this is.
You mean you didn't check the ship you gave us before you ran the game?
No, I did. I just didn't. I just couldn't remember what it was.
It's tabletop. What do you
What's up?
expect?
Yeah. I'm getting.
I was just trying to remember what it was. I couldn't remember. Damn it. Live with it.
So this is within the realm of my use.
Yeah.
God,
Well,
yes.
of course, you are military, so I had to make sure you got something good. Well, one problem that you're able to see on the diagnostic that is definitely a big thing is damaged sensors. All electronics sensor checks are taken at a dice modifier -1. It has no sensors. You have no way of detecting anything coming at you.
Right. Well, one big problem, Skipper. Sensors are slightly screwed.
Please tell us that fuel is still in the tank.
Let's find out.
That'd be 250-year-old fuel at that, but hey, who knows how potent it is.
Space fuel lasts a long time.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of different. It's more like, I think it's like matter, antimatter. I'm not sure.
No, it's hydrogen. That's what they use to fuel
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough.
Which is why you can literally scoop it from an ocean or
Gas
with
giant.
appropriate filters from an ocean or from a gas giant.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm trying to find one particular dice here.
What do you need?
Oh, I just need a... Never mind, I got it.
Okay.
What the fuck? Every other dice came out but that one?
Nice.
There we go. Hey, give me 2 of those bastards. Oh, I got 3 of them now. Alright. Give me 3 of those bastards. Damn. I had every other dice type but that one, though. They were all sitting at the bottom. How the hell did that happen?
Life.
Alright.
Life. Don't talk to me about life. I have the brain the size of a planet.
68% that there is a 68% chance that there's still fuel in the tank.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Okay.
Any
Any other things wrong that we can get from diagnostics and possibly then sift around the neighboring wreckages?
Well, you do know that the vessel is equipped with extra turrets. Then usually
Does it have any ammunition?
Do we have anybody with gunnery skills?
I don't.
Oh no, the ammunition's all gone.
Okay. Well, good thing we don't have any gunners, or else that'd be a real problem.
I mean, I do have a gunner 0.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, it's a problem then.
All right, so this is a close escort
What's
vessel
on the turrets as well?
with the following problems. 1, no sensors. So those have to be restored before you can even move it, and there's also no helm. So all that's got to be fully restored before that. You got to figure out what's causing what caused the separation. There is fuel, but only about half a tank, or half.
4 weeks worth.
Fuel at 50%.
No, there is no week's worth. There's only fuel for. Is this the J drive fuel or the M drive fuel?
It says J3 fuel tanks, 8 weeks operation.
Well, that's eight weeks in operation before it needs to be reset up, I think. But there's a difference between J drive fuel and M drive fuel, I think.
Yeah, I think you use all your fuel in one
Yeah, you use it all in one jump.
You use all the fuel in a jump because the fuel capacity doesn't change. If I remember right, the difference in the jump drive is, if you like, is the efficiency of the jump drive.
Mm-hmm.
Always because you can get if your vessel has room for it, you can actually get a temporary second tank, so you can actually fuel up and do 2 jumps without refueling. Otherwise, you have to refuel. You have to refuel after every jump.
Well,
The only problem is
I'm
that-
assuming
Yep.
I'm assuming this ship does not have an extra tank, so
Does it?
Well,
Do I have to-
there is also internal damage, severe internal damage.
I mean, for all we know, the tank is leaking too.
Maybe we
Yeah.
shouldn't use this ship after all.
Well, do you have a better option?
Okay, this is the point at which I turn up. I don't know what, and I turn up the name of the ship, the ISS Gift Horse.
The ISS gift horse. I'll take it.
Or it's
I was gonna say,
it's the ISS.
could be
I
worse.
won't be home for Christmas.
No, it could have been worse. That first word could have been another word.
I was
It
thinking
could
the
have been named after.
I was thinking the ISS rim jobber.
I was going to say that it could be worse. It could have been named after a
ISS
particular
Dead Horse.
sector. No, after a particular sector of the Imperium.
The Regina sector?
Starts with a T. Also linked to horses.
Oh, well, I
In
thought
this
it was
case,
Regina
wooden
sector.
ones. No, Trojan sector.
Oh, well, that's not too
But it was
bad.
the
That
Trojan
plan
horse, that's
worked
not
out.
Anyways. Well, all I can say is all we can do is just start looking around and try and find components and.
Just, yeah.
Chris, Cedric hears a beep on one of the consoles. Beep, 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 beep. And you look and it says play recording.
Okay, reach over and hit the activation switch.
So as you guys are kind of going through it and getting ready to supposedly dismantle this or come up with your own ways, you hit the button and an audio file pops up and goes, oh god, and now I need a captain's name. Okay, yep. This is Captain Morgan of the ISS Gifted Horse. Shut up, Chris.
That's a rum name.
Well, I guess we're just happy that you didn't go with Captain Kirk.
Okay, this is Captain Morgan of the ISS Gifted Horse. We've been in a long-winded battle with the Cascasians as they've taken
I
some
just
of our
realized
people
something.
prisoner. Would you shut the fuck up so I can read, so I can do this?
No.
At least you told me the truth. We have been in a long-winded battle with the Cascasians. They've taken some of my men, and they said that they now own them. It looks like we are outnumbered. They have my ship 5-1. I'm getting ready to do a crash land as they jammed all my sensors. Somehow, Helm is no longer responding. They ended up attacking us with some form of power field of some kind something I've never seen before. I'm on a collision course with the planet. I may not survive. If anybody finds this, the Imperium must make these people pay. They are not exactly what you think they are. They don't just stay on their planet. When they're done with it, they will move on to another planet. They're not from here. They took this planet over centuries ago. They used a weapon that killed the atmosphere. Our readings detect a readout of a lost civilization near the molten core, or at least what was once the molten core. But all scientific evidence will be lost if we can't get this out. I'm sending this over whatever channels I got to have someone come and put a stop to and then it just suddenly cuts out.
Hey guys, the spirit of adventure is calling. Why don't we go into the core of the planet?
Indiana's ears perk up at some of this, and
molten
trust
core.
me, when a Darian's ears perk up, it's an impressive sight. Okay, this mention of a weapon which disables their power.
Well, it could act as
Is there any chance that my Darien background and education might give me some clue or not? I'm just asked. I do not know how you wish to play this.
well, it would need to be a science.
Mind-
I would allow it with a science roll. Do you have science of any kind?
Okay. Well, archaeology 3, xenology 1, history. Yes, I've got quite high science, depending on how it breaks down. But
Give me 1 second.
I've got archaeology 3, history 1, linguistics 2, and xenology 1, all of which are sciences. So I suppose technically I've got science 3. No, it can't be right.
I want. We're gonna do a science, just a broad science roll.
Okay, right.
So
that's
this will
going
be
to be
intellect and science. I will allow you to roll your science.
intellect. Okay, right. Now I can't remember how it works. Despite having just under, if you get specialities that sometimes, because my highest science is 3, but I'm not sure if that means I'm rolling science at 0, 1, or 3.
The way I looked at it, I figure that the GM does that. When it comes to specialities, give me a second, let me check.
Yeah.
Actually, that just makes it like if you were to roll engineer 0,
Yeah, the way it normally works.
If you're due to do, I think it's like you make it's easier if you have a speciality in it, but unfortunately, this will be a little bit beyond that because I don't know which way to place it. So it would be probably a little bit more difficult to figure out if you could discern what the captain was talking about.
Yeah, I'm saying where
if you had a specialty in it, it'd be more like an average roll or less.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, I've got because science is a cascade skill. My highest science is 3, but I think the way that works is that it means I've got effectively everything science at 0. I think.
Hang on.
Which means I don't get a think.
Hang on for 1 second.
And I would wonder if this would perhaps be an education rather than an intellect one. It's something I've read about or heard of or remember from my general background education.
The way I'm understanding it, I'm asking you to roll whatever your score is for your science and your intellect. The difficulty is set. If you have a specialty in it, I'm supposed to make it easier for you as if you have general knowledge in it because that's that. But if you don't have a specialty, I think I have to make it a little bit more difficult if it requires that.
No, I add my modifier. The problem is I'm not sure what modifier to add because it's a cascade skill.
Yeah,
I think that having speciality in science gives me science 0 overall.
it does
If I
not
don't have a
actually. It
speciality.
actually doesn't say that.
Well, I got an 8 anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure not. It's a bit of an odd one because it's a question of
Just
have I
roll
heard
science and
something but
just roll science and intellect and see what we get.
8.
Oh yeah, 8. Oh good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you weren't able to discern what kind of energy source was used to disable the helm and the sensors that would actually cause it to get knocked out, but you could tell that a lot of parts in there in the computer systems that controlled those systems are been fried out.
Okay, so it looked almost like an EMP. I fried the electronics, fried enough to buy a hardened one. We might have trouble because it might have literally just fried everything. But it's times like this I kind of wish I was an engineer.
Not like this. I wish I was a lumberjack.
Yeah, well, you'd be okay, would you?
I think
Exactly.
I think I just want to point out to the whole party just to remember we just outfitted I'll think of his name. Oh, Manoy. We just outfitted Manoy with a laser. He's standing outside with the laser getting ready to fire it, but yet he's waiting on a sign saying that you guys are all clear. And I think I'm gonna say my character's outside, so you two are inside scouting the ship, and you're finding some very odd and end stuff. So there is still other issues wrong with the vessel, but obviously you found out it was in a serious battle with these people.
Yeah.
I pop in on the comms. Guys, do you need me to stand out here still? I don't know, like, what's going on? Do you want me to use the mining laser?
Oh, hold on for just a sec. We're just checking something that's a bit.
Okay, I guess I'll stand out here with the mining laser some more.
Hey, just.
Okay. I just go through, do some more, check on the readouts, give a list of what we need, and then we can continue from there to see if there's any ship nearby, any scrap nearby that we can use to patch things up. Do that.
Yeah.
So the next, you guys would both know the next thing to check would be the engines, to see if the engines were still intact. We obviously have fuel, we have power. There is no helm, no sensors. There is so things need to be replaced, but there's extra gun turrets with no ammo. But you still have fuel, so the ship, if the ship could get in working order, could jump outside of this sector long enough to reach somewhere else and possibly safety.
Okay, so I have ups. Unfortunately,
go over the engine and find out if it's still usable.
Yeah, I have no jump drive experience, no experience whatsoever. I can have a quick shift at the electronics. I can have a go at the computer. Again, the computing I've got, but
so
well, I have a mechanical.
Excellent. In that case, Captain, all yours, Captain, all yours.
So as you go in, there is a lot of damage to the engines. You can tell as you're pulling up the sector, as you're pulling up everything. There is definitely a lot of issues wrong with the engines. It looks like they're pretty much out they're very much damaged, and there is no thrusters. And it looks like the jump drive is not going to work.
Okay. Well,
At least
that's
until
an
it's
issue.
repaired.
Well,
Well,
then add that to the list. And is that all that we need to look into, or?
There is one more. There is one more. Oh, that's not going to be it. Okay. It does need a lot of maintenance. But it doesn't look like it has any, aside from, it doesn't look like it has any hull damage, actually, strangely enough.
All right.
As you're
So
as you're scouting, it looks like as you're scouring parts of the ship, sectors of the ship, it looks like the hull's completely intact.
well, that's at least useful. So whatever weapon they used was purely well, I don't want to say energy based, but
sounds like it. Well, like I
It's
said,
Well,
it's purely ion based.
thank you, ion based. And then I guess they probably went through the ship after they boarded it and probably stripped out some key components. So we need helm, we need sensors, we need what else again? The jump drive.
You as you're walking through the
Jump
ship,
drive,
the J drive needs the J drive is damaged. It needs some work to see if you guys can at least get it up and running. Maybe a replacement. Chris, as you're walking through the ship, you hear a crunch.
Oh dear, tell me that's not something important.
You look like you stepped on someone's pants.
Someone's pants.
Yeah, it looks as you're pointing the flashlight down a little bit because it's in a dim area. It looks like you stepped on someone's pants.
A skeleton?
As you appear, it looks like it is the body of the dead captain. Completely decomposed.
I would like to go through his persons and belongings to see if there's anything of value.
You find an old electronic picture frame, and when you hit it, it shows up, and you see him with a older woman and a younger child.
So is this kind of like a computerized screen, or is it like a hologram?
It's like a hologram.
Okay. Do I know anything about this family?
Ooh, cool. Oh, yeah. Is history a skill in Traveler that we can use? History.
yes, it's the science skill. One I happen to have 1 point in. There's also a holography art skill, which I have at 0.
I'm gonna say.
His-
I'm gonna say intellect history skill if you have it there, my friend.
Well, I don't, but I do have. I can still at least do intellect.
All right, just do that.
What are the chances that this person is probably related to me?
Not likely.
I mean, it was about 250 years ago, after all.
Oh, it could be.
Let's see here. $14.
Jesus
Whoa,
Christ, what'd
nice.
you roll?
6, and I got a +2 for intellect.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, that's an automatic success. He wasn't related to you, but he is a prestigious captain that worked with the Imperium, and he's actually been missing, and he's been missing in action for 250 years. You found the remains of a legendary captain,
Can I name him?
and he is also you can name him. He is well no wait, that's Captain Morgan.
You already
named him.
had it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you just gave a surname. You didn't give him a first name.
Oh, okay. What's his first name?
Let's see here.
Rum.
No.
Victor Morgan.
Victor Morgan. of the ISS Gifted Horse. You know him. He was definitely used in a lot of your classes when you were going through the military academy.
Do I happen to possibly know? Is there any records known about what happened to the family that I could possibly, if we at all get a chance to get back to the Imperium, to?
You'd have to probably access the computer. You wouldn't be able to call that from memory.
Okay.
So, but you could take that. But you have his corpse and you have that. So you definitely want to get the ship up and going.
Okay. Well, then I will pocket the old hollow projector, and then with reverence, kind of fold up the bones and the clothing into a kind of bundle and kind of stuff into the bag. Whatever bag that I have with me.
All right. As far as as you guys are kind of scouring the ship and getting a to-do list, meanwhile, Malcolm and
Manoi.
Minoy are currently sitting outside. Sorry, I don't know why I keep blanking on that name. Are currently sitting outside the ship, waiting for them to get the okay to start lasering the ship.
Well, okay, so real quick, out of character. So for helm sensors and either repair or replace jump drive, correct?
Yes. Oh, and
And-
thrusters.
Okay, and thrusters.
Yep. And it looks like it will need some maintenance. It's going to need some TLC. You're going to need some ammunition. You're going to need some extra fuel. You've got a lot. But there is a minimum. You know, the fuel can wait until after you make it to a refueling station somewhere.
Oh.
As well.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You think about it, you got 50% fuel tank.
Yeah, that's what I said. If we've got a gas giant in this system, let's go.
Well, right now the only important things that we need to worry about is helm, sensors, jump drive, and the thrusters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well then, get back to the God, all of a sudden just went blank.
Get back to the other group that is currently sitting outside waiting on your ass.
Get back to the bridge, collect the Collins character, and then get out and says, "Okay, here's the rundown."
Well, before you do that, you're gonna do all of that. Meanwhile, Malcolm and Minoy are currently sitting outside the ship, and Malcolm just suddenly asks, "So, how you been?"
Better. Been stuck on this hellhole of a planet for the past 6 months.
Yeah, I know.
Except I want to go out into the black again. Need our sky back.
Yeah. You know, it's almost like capturing you was a good thing, because I have a lot of respect for you, sir, but I also have a lot of disrespect for the fact that you broke the law. But, you know, given the fact that we've also been stuck on this planet that supposedly has some weird-ass fucking law where we're a free labor force, but yet legally a free labor force, while just by accidentally crash landing on it, I have a new sense of direction here.
Don't forget, you live long enough in charted space long enough, you'll start seeing the other side of the law's perspective someday.
Yeah, maybe.
You've been spending too much time cushy on the front lines of the Imperial military. Come stick with me sometime. You'll see what criminal life is all about.
You know, I'm not taking you up on that offer. My job is the military. I love my job. Hoorah! You know. And,
I think you might be considered absent without a leave now, wouldn't you? Or if not dead.
Either killed in action or missing in action. Either way, I'll be able to return to my position. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Oh, by the way, where the fuck are the other two? What are they doing in there?
Oh, why are we still out here? Why am I still holding this?
I don't know. We've actually almost burned up an hour. We got like 7 hours before we have to actually do this. Here, let me get that off of you. Let's see if we can get inside.
Yeah, let's go back inside.
You know, hang on. Wait. Let me make sure that the other two are okay. The other guy's over here. Okay, they're not watching us. We're good. All right.
Other
So
guys.
as you guys, the guards. Remember, there's guards surrounding the area. There's an area that's actually isolated. This area for mining.
Oh, yeah, I thought you
They
said
can't. They can't have us be. They can't have us be running around. So there's a barrier. But we got to make sure they're not watching us.
Wouldn't we be doing salvaging and not mining?
Technically, it's salvaging, but it's mining vessels that have landed and been stuck here for some time. Remember, with
Are we taking the minerals out of the ships, or are we taking minerals out of the ships, or are we taking the parts and selling them?
You're taking the parts and selling them if they're any good.
I'm not salvaging.
Oh, that's salvaging. But it could also be that beneath the ships is a vein of valuable minerals, and we need to move. We need to scrap the ships in order and move it to.
There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons why these people took over this planet.
I mean, they might refer to it as mining the ships because you're mining the ship's resources anyway. So might just be, they might call it mining anyway.
Scrapping, salvaging, mining, whatever the hell you guys want is what it is, and we're doing it for free. So how about that? All right, so we all meet back up in the airlock because we see you guys coming out and saying, and Malcolm looks at you guys going, "Finally, what are you guys doing? Jerking each other off in there?"
I bet they were.
The
Darien and the human.
I'm sorry, but that is what you Marines like to do in your free time, not us.
Such good person from someone who pilots spaceships and sends us down to our death. What were you doing with this Twinklefoot?
Well, that time I wasn't piloting the ship. I was in the bathroom.
We were supposed to be piloting the ship. That's why we crash landed.
Oh, that was the co-pilot. He was a junior. Knew the whole process.
Oh, and what happened to him?
He went flying through the viewport.
Oh shit! Yep, he died. There was nothing left of his body when we crash landed. Rest in peace.
I forgot about him. He was so unrememberable.
No, I can remember him. His name was James Carter.
Well, I was stuck in the brig, so
Commander James Carter. He had a family too. So many families.
His name was Skippy out of flight school.
Oh yeah. Good guy. Seemed kind of funny. Played a lot of jokes.
He also had a mouth that would make a sailor blush.
Oh yeah. Yes, he did. As if I would know, but you would know more, wouldn't you?
This reminds me of that ancient Soleimani's program where they always reference a character. I think it was called Space Trek, Deep Sub 9. They always reference someone named Morn. I think that's who they reference.
I did wonder why he was wearing red. Gentlemen, interesting as this discussion may be.
It was called Astro Trek, and yes.
No. I think it was called Galaxy Trek.
Oh yeah, Galaxy Trek. It was an intergalactic show.
As the Soleimani here, it was Astro Trek.
But do you remember Deep Sub 9?
It was Deep Sub 10.
Oh, okay.
What about Voyages of the Lost? Anyone like that?
Voyages in the Missing.
Wasn't that like some low-budget show that they used to stream on Intergalactic Civilization University Network?
You know, I wonder what they're showing for a movie tonight for us once we get this job. Oh, wait, why are we still talking about this?
Anyways.
Probably showing that old movie called Gold. Was that called Roger Moorhead or whatever his name was?
Excuse me, and I'm like trying to gain your attention. Well, there is potential that we don't have to be here on this world anymore.
We don't?
Possible.
Question. Okay. I wouldn't be realistic if I didn't ask, but what makes you think that we can do this? And how?
So far, out of the 6 months that we've been here, this has probably been the most whole ship that we've come across. There's just a couple of very important components that we are missing that we could possibly find from neighboring scrap heaps.
If we can get to neighboring
How do we get to the neighboring scrap heaps?
I was about to say they kind of block in a barrier around these things to make sure we don't do much traveling outside of like.
Can you guys see if
area.
there's any? Do you guys know if there's any like gaps in the barrier? Like a old, I think there's an old construction method called a fence. And maybe we can cut our way through.
Yeah, using the mining laser, we could do that. Actually, we could use the mining laser to cut right in the wall between the barriers because they don't have barriers between the walls. They only go from location to location. Why didn't we think of this earlier? Oh, wait a minute. There's still this thing called air. I like to breathe, and my oxygen tank only has maybe 8 to 24 hours worth. What does your has?
6 hours.
Okay, so there's that little problem.
Well, your choices are either work another so many months, days, weeks, years, or we could possibly put this little plan in and in the next probably 5 hours or so we can be out of this place.
Okay. All right. Oh, I only got 6 hours of air too. On an 8-hour job, so we only got 5 hours left to do this job.
That means
Okay.
they have spare oxygen tanks.
Okay, so all right, so
That's something we can check the ship for.
what's the first thing that
Maybe the ship has some.
what's the first thing though? Okay, so let's say we plan this little escape from this fuckhold of a planet. What do we need to do it, and how long? And okay, so like say for instance, we're expected to have most, if not part of the bridge partially dismantled. How can we prove to them that we're dismantling the ship if we can't do it all in one day? At the end of our shift, dismantling the ship from the inside. Well, we could just do it from the inside out. Why am I answering my own questions here? Jesus.
Yeah. Plus, also we can also bring in crap with us, and we can, for the sake of appearing that we're doing a job, bring it into the ship and then throw it out of the ship to kind of create a pile.
Ooh, we could. We definitely could. And to make it seem like we're working and there's noise, we use the mining laser to make rocks, put them in bags, and throw the bags out.
Good, yes.
As of like parts.
Well, I mean, that's where the scrap that I just mentioned to bring the
Very true.
throw out.
Very true. All right. Well, what's the four crucial components we need to replace on the ship?
We need to replace the helm. We need to replace the sensors array, and also we need to replace the thrusters. And lastly, and the very most important part, we need to replace the jump drive, or either be able to repair it, which I could possibly look at doing.
So
see if I can repair it.
I'd recommend we get a hold of our weapons again, just in case something goes wrong.
well, we could always do the armor. We could also do, the armory that they actually hold up is actually not far from the living quarters. We would just need to cause a distraction on the inside when we're ready to break out of here.
So we get the ship ready, we head back, we exit, get our gear, head back out here, fly out, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. So, so you said, okay, so there's no way we're going to be able to replace the jump drive or the fucking thrusters, because I'm going to tell you why. You, as a Navy guy, should know that those are fucking huge. It would take like 100 of us to lift it.
Yeah.
So, I think we'd have to go with the repair. So if you want to start there, we'll have the elf boy over here. As it looks at Idaho, we'll have, I don't know.
Elf? What's an elf?
20 years.
Well, it's old century Earth. I don't even know.
You don't know either? Okay.
In Earth's ancient years, humans used to.
Give me an intellect roll for this.
Well, I am a Soleimani, so I would know this stuff.
Oh,
not necessarily. You grew up far away from Earth.
I'm a Darien, half up
Soleimani. But Soleimani also have a great reverence for Earth, do they not?
That is true. That is true.
Stuff.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna. He's done his reading. Which king? We can't fool him on this one.
So in Earth's ancient years, elves were a mythical people that looked similar to humans, but they had a more ethereal appearance to them, and also they had pointed ears.
Now I know why
Whoa,
I hated you. Soleimani
that's
filth.
Do you want
yeah.
off this
Why don't you
planet
go
or
back
not?
to your rule of man?
Oh, good point.
Do
Good
you
point.
want to get off this planet or not?
Yeah, all right, good point. Let's just do it. All right. All right. So we'll have him see if he can start working on the sensors. You start repairing that. Start repairing the thrusters and the jump drives. See what we do. Meanwhile, me and Manoy is gonna go out here and make some noise.
Yep.
Along
All
with
right.
that,
All right.
I
So
think
we've got about 5.5. We've got 4.5
Real
hours
quick.
to start
Real
some
quick.
shit.
given that we've been on this planet for 6 months or so, we
Uh-huh.
probably know what we can and cannot remove from a ship to make it still structurally sound and usable.
Yes.
Could we possibly do that here too?
Yes.
With this ship, cut out what we know doesn't what we know doesn't threaten the structural integrity of the ship and is not important, and throw that out.
Well, you could throw out what is non-essential would be the extra gun turrets.
Yeah, but I mean, like, also for the appearance of scrap, for the appearance of we're getting rid of scrap, maybe some non-important walls inside the ships and stuff like that. I mean, there are
that
several
would
crew
be
quarters.
that would be very difficult, but yes, very good possibility.
So I mean, besides the scrap that we would, so that could help with providing the illusion of, hey, we're taking apart stuff that we don't that we
Yes.
excuse me, we're taking apart stuff, so don't come and investigate.
Yes.
So throw that out as an addendum to our plans.
Okay. So, all right, real quick, we're gonna definitely need to make some rolls here. We're gonna start with Archer Colin. We're gonna start with his character.
Walked away. He's walked away.
Then we will not. Then we will not start with his character. We will start with your character to see if you can start getting inside the engines. This is going to need to be an engineering role, I believe, for repairing on engines. Let me check the skills on that.
I have mechanic.
All right, well, let me see what we got here. No, this would have to be so. All right, so this would have to be. This would definitely be engineering. Mechanics. What does that cover? The mechanic allows the traveler to maintain and repair most equipment, some advanced equipment, and spacecraft. Oh, okay. Okay, and 1D minutes. Okay. All right, so you can start beginning repair on the engines. Give me a mechanic roll.
Plus intel.
Yes.
2d6, correct?
Yes.
Ten.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, give me just a second here, because that is a difficult roll. You were proven to be very useful. So you've identified that some of the thrusters have actually, some of the thruster parts have seemed to just, some of it's corroded and gone away, but you can actually, you realize you can do some bypasses. It's just going to take a number of minutes. Okay, so you spent 4 minutes and you're able to identify the components that you're going to need inside the engines, but you don't have to replace all the engines to get the thrusters to work again.
All right. Well, I will make that list and I'll pass it on to our errand boys.
All right, fair enough. You pass it on through a. So each of us are outfitted. Well, no, I don't want to say something with like stuff for intel to pass information because that could be easily intercepted
Monitor.
by. Yeah.
I'm probably guessing that the corporation is monitoring what we're saying.
Could be. So you'd have to use
What
body
if we
language
went
and sign language.
low tech, and use hand signals and body language?
Would have to, yeah.
Let's do that then.
So then we
Alright.
would have to probably maybe use Colin's character as a courier.
Pretty much.
And if we see his ears move, we know something's up.
Yes. If the ears move, we gotta no, yeah, we know something's up.
So basically, the workforce of this world has come up with a non-verbal means of communications.
Probably, or we're the first people to ever do it.
We could be the start of the Fremen, or not the Fremen, but the House Atreides using body language to, like, what do they call them?
We're gonna
The
start
Bene
the
Gesserit body language.
Or
Well-
the resolution.
Well, given that this world has been operating for how long, I'm pretty sure that there's probably been some kind of communication or code set up.
So
Oh, yeah.
They had to escape somehow.
But they would have to teach it to us.
And we've been on this world for 6 months.
Okay. That means they would be able to understand what we're saying.
I'm saying the workforce, not the higher-ups.
Oh, they don't know it? Okay.
All right. So, we basically have to. All right. So, we got,
And he's back.
Oh, Colin's back. Cool. So, we see that Sir Idaho made a hand gesture, and I made it right to. And I saw it, and I made it right to. God, what's his name? Minoy.
Mm-hmm.
And Minoy, you're gonna start. Right from the get go, you're looking for some basic engine coupler links. Very common part. And they just got to be. They can, like, he can rig it with like smaller links, but it needs to be the size for a close escort, which is about roughly a little bit larger than what a 200-ton vessel would have. It'd have to be double the size of that, so it might be a little bit harder to find. But you begin drilling a little bit, and the guards are currently not paying attention to you.
Okay.
All right.
That's how we want it.
Yep. I'm not sure if there's like hang on, give me a second here. So I'll say I don't think there's a perception roll or anywhere to look for stuff, but I'm gonna just have you make me do to see if you know what you're spotting. Give me an education roll.
Okay. Luckily, I have a +1 to this because of what I learned and got my intelligence up through character generation.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 10.
You managed to find the exact couplings you need.
Awesome.
You begin. They see you transport. So as you and Malcolm are going across to take the couplings across inside, but the guards, they do see you taking the couplings inside the ship, but they don't know what you're doing because they've heard you drilled and they see rocks everywhere. So they know they're doing their job. Let's see if they are smart enough to realize that you're probably not doing your job.
They take a penalty to this, right?
What's up?
Do they take a penalty to this?
They failed.
Okay, good.
They totally think you're doing your job. All right, so this is gonna be a complex task. Chris, you're gonna have to give me another mechanic roll here to actually affect the repair. But this is gonna be education, not intellect, because now you're gonna apply your experience. Chris.
Chris?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I
Oh.
was muted.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And another 10.
Jesus. All right, so that's going to take... All right. So your estimated time to have that fixed is going to be the next 3 hours. You managed to get the couplings fitted. However, time's up. Workday's done. They're coming to collect. They're coming to collect us. We make the area look. We make the area look dirty. I'm gonna roll. We need to do a social check to see if we can bypass the deception. I don't have deception. I don't think either.
I have deception.
I do not. So I take a -3 to this. Social deception.
Deception I have at
You have
0. No penalty to social though. Just no bonus either.
To use leadership as a form of like.
Uh-oh. I got a 3.
Okay, we both failed. So they're like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
Oh, nothing. We're just setting things aside so the next crew that comes in here, they'll be able to get it done faster.
This is social, correct?
Yes,
Yep.
but you guys are still in the vessel. You and Sir Idaho are in the vessel. The guards are approaching, and they're starting to approach with the fists, and of course they're wearing vac suits like that, and so Malcolm's gonna come in. And it's like, hey man, hey, we're just cleaning up our job site, We like to be clean, and all of a sudden you just see that Malcolm got punched right in the gut by one of the guards, and he falls to the ground. I'm gonna do an endurance test. He stands back up and goes, "Oh, please, my wife, my prostitute get hit harder than you." And the guards are getting very furious, and was like, "It's like, okay, motherfucker, you want to go? Let's go." And all you guys, as you guys are walking out of the ship, you guys see that the 2 guards are ganging up on Malcolm while they're not paying attention at all to Manoy.
Could I possibly, with a combination of social and leadership, could I possibly pull something?
You can, yes.
We know if the guards have like life signs that the HQ of the guards can detect if it goes silent.
Possibly, like this place is heavily monitored.
So I was hoping we could use the mining laser on them.
That would be easily detectable.
So
we'd be fucked before the heist is up.
I know I really don't have deception, but I want to try and pull something through a combination of social and leadership.
All right, go right ahead.
All right, roll first, and then
let me pull up leadership and see what. Let's see what you can pull. Leadership skill, 69. Giggity. Yes, I said it.
Yes, you did.
I think. What's the character's name? Tabletop.
Malcolm.
I think Malcolm might have a kink that we don't know about.
Maybe. Yes, but this is going to be this is going to be not a very difficult, but a difficult task. So go ahead and give it to me. Give it to me, Chris.
At this point, should we start replaying Alpha Blue?
Oh boy. We won't know. All right. Social and leadership, please.
Okay. That's 8, 9, 10. How does that do?
That's actually the bare minimum you needed. So you did pass.
All right.
What do you do?
And I basically run up to Malcolm. I shove him against a pile and I yell in his face, saying, "I told you to be cleaning things up, not to be flirting with the freaking guards. I know you have a kink for that kind of stuff, but freaking do your fucking job."
Hey, what can I say? I like it in the booty.
And then I knee him in the crotch.
Oh God. Oh.
And I turn
Chris
around
is-
to the guards and says, "I'm sorry about that. He's been hit in the head one too many times. He's after all he's a Marine after all."
Yeah, he eats
Chris is
crayons.
using his captain's voice here.
Hey, you know what? At least I know how to give good head.
And I do a quick backfooted kick to your groin again.
All you hear him say is, "Wait till we get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, motherfucker." They totally believe that everything was happening, so they're like, "Okay, just don't let it happen again." And it's time for you guys to get inside. Our tanks are running. Our life support tanks are running low.
Yes, sirs.
Yep. So right after that, we get everything on. You know, turn in all the equipment, turn in our current vac suits. We are returned to our mess hall. We're given our food, and we are sent to our bed chambers for the night. We are going to take a quick break right there because I have to use the bathroom. I'm pretty sure everyone else here does too. So, yeah, beginning the next part of the game here in just a second, which I'm completely winging this crap. I hope. Are you guys having fun?
I'm having fun.
Oh, good.
At first, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be like Traveler, but like, this is fun. I like it.
Okay, good. All right, let's hit a pause on that, and we'll be right back right after. We're gonna say a
This
5-minute break. Yep, 5-minute
Yep.
break.
His mum messages.
And we are back. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right. So it is the second workday. Breakfast has begun. You guys are all sitting at the same table. Probably keeping your heads down. All right. So
Yeah, we don't want to be smacked by the guards.
So all right. So what's left? What do we got left to do? How are the how's the repairing the helm and the sensors going for the ship?
Well, yesterday I was working on the thrusters and the jump drive, so...
All right. Are the thrusters engines working pretty good, or looking to maybe work pretty good if we get lucky?
They should be able to be useful for us for what we require, but I would not want to be on them for long-term use.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. And Malcolm looks at the Darians. How's the ship's helm and sensor repairs coming along? How's everything on the bridge?
We
So we're
skipped
going
over him.
okay. We get. Let me just double check my notes.
Yep.
We skipped over him, remember?
Yep, that's right. Give me an electronics roll. Intellect electronics roll,
Okay.
Colin. Let me see how well you did.
Okay. Which one done here? Oh, I don't have the. Hold on, I'm just checking. This was for the. Okay, yeah. Was this for the computers or just electronics in general?
Just the electronics computers, like you're replacing actual wiring systems.
No, that's okay. No, because I say I've got that as a I've got electronics computers as a speciality. That's what I just need to know what to.
Yep. Oh, sensors is also something separate. So this is
Yeah.
unfortunately this will
Sensors is
be
a separate.
yep, this is going to be a basic electronics role then. And it will be intellect.
Okay. Yep.
Electronics.
Sure. Oops.
Yep. Computers is pretty much working.
11.
7? Ooh, damn.
11.
No, we said
Oh,
11.
Oh, 11. Oh, okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so that's for not being specialized in it, you definitely have figured out some things, but you don't have anything done yet. And unfortunately, that took up the entire time. So you haven't gotten started on that yet, but you just diagnosed what needs to be repaired to, and you you're reorganizing how everything works so that way, or like bypassing certain circuits and whatnot to figure out how to make it work quicker.
Bypass? You've got to have bypasses.
Bypass the compressor.
Reverse the polarity.
Reverse the polarity of neutron flow.
You don't want too many
I have
bypasses.
reversed
You don't
the
want too many
polarity,
bypasses because you could surge another part of the ship. Just remember that.
Problem is, I was bypassing, but someone else was bypassing as well. We were confusing the bypass.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. You need that. That's a very particular quote. That one. You need to. I've know what I'm doing. I've worked out
I'm
some
reversing the polarity, and
bypasses
you're
I can
reversing the polarity.
do.
We're confusing the polarity.
Correct. The question is which one of us is sand shoes and which one of us is bow tie. I've reversed a few bits and pieces here. I've done some. I know where we need to go. It was a surprisingly complicated some of the problems we got there, but other than that,
all right. So let's just finish our meal and get our vac suits on and get back down there and start working on it because I cannot wait to get off this rock.
Could I possibly do another roll for something?
Yeah. What do you want to do a roll for?
To try and see if maybe I can convince some of our connections amongst the workforce to start a distraction so that we can escape easier.
Do you want to wait a little bit to make
Well,
sure
I mean,
the
it's
ship's
gonna
more
be
repaired?
Well, I mean, it's for it's going to be for a. Well, yeah, it'd be basically negotiations with them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because if you fail that roll, it's very possible we're gonna get caught. So,
Well, if
wanna
we don't
hold off
Yeah,
figure
no,
out.
like-
But what I'm just saying is that either. Well, we'll say that. Yeah, let's go ahead and say that for later.
all right.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, because the night side of things might then want to get in on the action.
all right. So we receive our orders to get back down there and start work immediately. However, before we go back down there, we're stopped by one of the head Cascasians, and they said,
Are they Cascadians or Caskins?
"Oh,
How about call them
Cascasians."
Cascade.
Okay.
Cascade.
Yep.
Cascade.
So one of the you guys know that this guy's of extreme importance because the guards. He's got two. He's got like 4 guards around him, two in front of him, 2 behind him, and then there's 2. There's like 4 on us all of a sudden, and he comes up and says, "Team 3, TMK. You guys were supposed to have the whole of that ship and the bridge dismantled yesterday. What's taking so long?"
We found that the interior was a little more in place, so we had to do a little more work to make it easier to disassemble. We worked on from the inside out.
Okay. Well, because you're taking extra long, we're going to dock your normal rate of pay. We're going to actually dock it by 2 credits an hour. So you guys are able to return to work, but we'll up your normal rate of pay if you guys manage to get the bridge dismantled today and you dismantle part of the hull. We don't need the ship flyable now, do we? After all, it's
No, of course not.
scrap.
And
Once
Diedrich just smiles and nods his head and says, "Yes, sir. Very well, sir."
All right. Thank you.
once we
guys.
get it, once
I
Once
know
we get
you
it
don't want
prepared,
your
so-
debt to keep growing, so we definitely want to make sure you guys can leave the planet. But unfortunately, the oxygen, the water, the food, the cost of expenses of taking care of you while you're helping us out, kind of is getting kind of steep. We wouldn't want to have to lethally inject you guys now or euthanize you like
Oh,
rotting animals.
trust me, sir. We do not want to be here any longer than we need to be, even though your hospitality has been very generous. Most of us, except for, and I gesture to Table's character, him, who likes to flirt with the guards.
So, they call you Schlong Dick over here, like Big Schlong over here. I wonder why they call you that.
Oh, is that an old Soleimani term? I've never heard of it.
It means huge penis. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually,
Yes,
the
indeed. He's not well mannered. Just for that, I'm gonna dock another. Just for insurance purposes, I'm gonna dock 1 more extra credit an hour. So for that remark. Anywho, back to work you may go.
Thank you, sir.
Very well, sir.
thank you.
As you guys are going along and no one pays attention, Malcolm's just flipping him off with a bird. Be like, yeah. All right, so we get the vac suits on. We get our normal things going. Malcolm does help put on the laser, the mining laser, onto Manoy, and he begins cutting. Meanwhile, I need an electronics sensors roll for making sure that the how well Sir Idaho's putting stuff back together on the bridge to see if the helm and the sensors will come online. And I'm going to need a mechanics roll for the J drive.
Okay.
It looks like the thruster drives are all working, or could be in working order. So you won't know until you start them up.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, yeah, the thrusters, yeah.
Well, that wasn't quite as good. It's a 9.
11.
So we got 9 and 11. Holy hell, that's
But I-
decent app.
But I did know what I was. But I did know what I needed to do. I've actually got the know what I needed to do. I wasn't fumbling around so much in the dark this time. I knew I needed.
You actually managed to fully restore the sensors.
Oh,
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Now just for the helm.
yes.
On this day in Hill Valley history, Marty McFly went back in time to save Doc in the Old West.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the helm is still not working, but you did get the sensors up and going. It took you 6 hours for that.
That's
It took an entire work day, but you managed to get everything working on the bridge. And all you did is use bypass and use the old circuitry and created bypasses and other things into circuits, and so far they seem to be holding.
Would my character,
unfortunate.
after
Without
I've
helm, we
done-
still can't take off.
with my
No.
character being done with working on the jump drive, would I have gone up and helped him with the helm?
Well, hang on. Let me do a roll on that. Because you might have, yes, you did pass fixing the J drive, but that took you 3 hours.
So I had another 3 hours to go and work on the helm with him.
Yep. So that'll be, so give me, like, we can say you started it, so give me an electronics roll. And that'll just be base electronics.
So intelligence and electronics?
Intellect and electronics, yes.
Alright.
Could I see?
9.
Okay, so unfortunately you failed on bringing the helm online. It looks like there's more extensive damage.
Would that be intellect or education if he's had training and that sort of thing? Because if he's using engineer's skill, I would think perhaps it would be training rather than just knowledge.
What's the difference? What's the difference between what's the dice modifier difference between education and I'm talking to Sparta, education and intellect? What's the difference of dice modifier?
They're both the same.
Okay, so it doesn't matter
Come
anyway. So no, it's definitely a fail. It looks like you're not sure what the hell's done to the helm, but it looks like it's taken more damage than than the other internal sensors.
Oh, this is a sticky situation.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because you guys have actually spent 2 days working on the ship and managed to get it mostly in working order. There's other checks and balances you'll have to go through, but it looks like maybe another day or two you should have it up and running. You guys hear the bell. You guys do hear the bell sound.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go.
We were supposed to have the holding the hull and the
Oh
they're out by
shit!
now. Great.
Oh shit! Yeah, we don't even have that
All
done
right,
yet.
remember, guys, this is what we were supposed to be doing today.
Quick, let's go carve out some mothership and then cover up the ship and say that we cut that off.
We don't have time for that. We don't have time
Damn
for
it.
that.
What were the other two? What were the other two doing?
We were making it look like we were busy. What do you think we're doing?
Okay, no.
We got the ship
I'm
free.
saying. No, I'm saying step out of character. You've done us. What were the other two doing for this day? Because you done what Chris and I were doing. What were the other two doing?
Pretty much grabbing.
I don't think we've done them.
we were waiting for you guys to grab us parts, but you managed to successfully do a bypass while trying to do that with the helm. But unfortunately, the plan didn't work for you guys. So what we've been doing for 6 hours, sitting outside, playing around with a giant laser.
Hey, no,
Then there will be a little bit of truth in the lie.
We were working.
We got distracted.
We were working. You guys got distracted.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I was
We're
working.
Marines, of course we have ADHD.
Oh my god, I can't believe you said that.
Like I said, there will be a little bit of truth. There will be enough truth to the lie to where it will explain to our overlords as the reason why it didn't work. Why we didn't get everything succeeded today.
So, the recordings have already been sent. The record
Before-
recordings have
before
already
you-
been sent to. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, have you had a chance to look at task chains? Because I'm wondering if task chains might be something that would have been helpful. I perhaps could have done something which sort perhaps part of my. If I
I've
got
already,
the
I've already looked at that and effectively
okay.
applied that. Okay.
okay, no, 'cause I was thinking it might be. I would sort out what the problem is, and then Chris would go and do the thing. But okay, fine. If you
Yep.
clock that, you clock that.
If you would have succeeded, you would have gotten a bonus into what you were doing.
Okay.
All right, so, but unfortunately, everyone has you do have a difficulty to roll and to add whatever help you provide, but you still have to roll a minimum of a success.
No, no,
Okay,
it's not, I just.
real quick question.
Mhm.
What would be the price? What would the corporation be interested in scrap compared to a semi-functioning ship?
What would they be interested in?
Would they be interested in something like that?
Probably.
Rather than scrap.
So what if we used part of that as the explanation? Is that we were hoping that getting the ship functioning to trade it over to the corporation as a big bonus to cut in our debt.
They would be very interested in that, given the fact that the person who actually is overseeing your area would gain a lot of prestige if he was to gain another ship for his fleet, for his personal fleet.
So then
And-
then when they ask us what's going on, we tell them that.
All right, so you guys are transferred on up to the person you saw before, who is the warden. And not only is the warden there, but the warden, the head boss, is there. And so all the records of the day, and he's like, I have already docked you guys 3 credits an hour towards your debt. Out of 6-hour day, and I just dropped my earring. Out of 6-hour day, and you know, you guys have completed nearly nothing regarding that scrap down there.
Not true, sir.
Oh, well, please explain this to me.
Out of the 6 months that we've been working here, we have noticed that most ships are not space-worthy.
Clearly.
This one is. Somewhat.
Really?
We found that it's got some parts and components problematic, but in the couple of days, this is supposed to be a surprise and a gift to you, sir. We were working on trying to get it back up and running as a bonus to cut into our debt to the illustrious to the corporation.
Well, I do say I think that would earn a lot of prestige for me. And he looks at the big boss man, and he goes, are you trying to move up in the ranks of our system of our society of system? And he's like, of course, always am. You know me, I'm a go-getter, and it looks like I've got 4 people who are go-getters as well. So the big boss looks at all of you and says, but what makes you think they won't keep it for themselves and offer it up to someone else that's willing to grant them debt-free freedom? What kind of vessel is it? What is it worth?
It is a escort class, or escort
Close escort class.
Close escort class.
Oh, no, that's the type. The class is Gazelle. Close escort. Military grade.
A Gazelle,
Worthy of our fleet.
Gazelle class.
Gazelle classes are actually among the rarest in our society. That would earn them definitely freedom. So he turns and says, "But what would this earn me in far as prestige in our society, sir?" It's like, for that, we'll talk about it. But congratulations! It looks like you have 4 go-getters yourself. And he looks and smiles and leaves, and then your warden says, "Well, you guys are excused. Give them extra food for tonight. They all earned it."
Thank you, sir.
So you guys got extra food and everything else, and you guys are sent to your bed chambers for the night, and you guys go to sleep until the next day. The process repeats, as it's repeated for 6 months.
What is the likelihood that because of this, our overseer kind of helps us a little bit with giving us some more fresher components?
Well, the overseer actually, you guys are approaching, and says the overseer would like to see you guys immediately upon leaving the gates.
Very well.
All right. So after you guys finish your food, you guys put on your gear, and you guys are met. There is 30 guards, 4 to 8 on the party, 4 on the overseer, 4 on the head warden, and let's see, that's 16, and then there is 14 just standing off to the side. And the head warden comes out and says, "The type of we've been reviewing the schematics for the type of ship that you have here. The parts are super old, may not function the same way, but you guys have done excellent, which would actually earn your warden prestige above me." And the head warden
Well, we
snaps
can't have that, sir.
the head warden snaps his fingers, and all the guards turn on your guys' overseer and opens fire, and they shot him dead. And he's like, "I want that ship dismantled immediately. No one in this society will have something of that caliber, including me. The reason why is because if somebody was to steal it, they would have possibly one of the most advanced vessels in the fleet. So
What if you took possession of it, sir?
once again, potentially stealing. Listen to me here. You 4 are going to dismantle it, or you 4 will not be coming back today after your job. Do we have...
Very well started.
All right. As you guys begin going down, the guards release.
A remarkable... Understood, sir.
Okay.
Remarkable dedication to the company as well. That's
For this underhanded behavior, you will do the work, all the work, for free with no contribution to your debt, and we're going to add everything that we're paying, we used today for you, towards your debt. So it's going to keep growing. Congratulations, you just fucked yourselves. And the gates close, and you guys are in the elevator.
Oh, well, that we need.
nice one, Captain.
Well, at least gave us an extra day.
Actually, Captain.
Positive we can get this ship up and running in a day.
Actually, Captain, if I have my reckoning, I think we have 6 hours. Because if it's not dismantled in their manner that they want, we're dead.
Yep.
Well, then, let's spend a couple hours on the helm, and if that doesn't work within 4 hours, ignite the hydrogen fuel.
And kill ourselves in the process. Well, it's
Better
than
than
living
being
here,
in
I guess.
service to this corporation.
Yep. Well, I guess this is it.
Well, we're not getting out of here any other way, so
Malcolm turns to Manoy and says, "Manoy, is there any way we can have some romantic behind the scenes time behind a rock somewhere or somewhere on the ship? Maybe once we get an atmosphere, maybe we can generate an atmosphere on the ship and have some lonely man on man time because this is
Dude,
it.
I know it's the year 1105 of Imperial calendar, but no, I'm not into you. Sorry.
Damn.
Get to work.
Damn. Well, I kind of figured that this was going to be a problem. I'm going to go out and not have sex for over 6 months. I'm going to go out with the last person I remember is named Mandy. Her name was Mandy. No, it was her. It was her.
I heard he. Who else agrees?
Yeah.
They heard he.
I did.
I wasn't sure if he said his or is named. I have to be honest. Didn't necessarily hear an
Her name
initial
was
H.
Mandy.
So
I
out of
think
the
her
four
name
of
was
us,
Mandy.
out of the four of us, we had two he's, a maybe, and you.
Guess what? It's a her. I'm making that
person.
But
ruling.
you did,
Says the person
you
that
did
was
just put the
was
moves on
making-
another male
yeah.
character, so what do you expect us to think?
Well, you know what? A guy's gonna do some desperate things in desperate times, like especially if it's his last moments in the galaxy alive.
It's really common for people who are on marine voyages to go. I mean, they'll get sex for like years at a time. You gotta fuck someone.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Oh.
every time I've been on an Imperial ship, they've been mixed companies anyway.
Yeah,
Anyways, so what?
I'm surprised you never
do
encountered this in
another-
the Navy, there, Cedric.
There's a little more class to us.
All right.
Cedric is an officer in the Navy.
All
Right,
all
okay, so
So
We
intelligence, intelligence, electronics roll again.
All right. So while you guys are gonna go work on that, it'll be the same roles. I want intellect, electronics. What?
What are the chances that you could possibly end up seducing one of the guards?
Very low. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
so what we have at the moment, we just need to get the online. Is that correct?
You gotta get the helm online, and then we gotta make sure you guys are gonna have to make sure that the ship bulkheads are all gonna contain the atmosphere within the ship before we could take off the suits and be able to use the ship to blast off, because we don't want to be in the suits 24/7. We only have 6 hours of air. The life support system looks like to be intact mostly, but you won't know until you get everything else up and running either 110%.
Let's keep our talking to a minimum so we don't use up the life support too much.
We'd already ascertained that the ship that there were no hull breaches, but
Well,
okay,
I want to see if Cable's character is desperate enough to try and seduce the guard first.
well,
Oh, trust me, I'm going to seduce the guard, or at least attempt to, just not right now.
Okay.
if you two
He's gonna
Indeed.
kidnap one of the guards, and we're gonna blast off with them, and maybe ransom him back. But he's probably gonna seduce that guard first.
No, he's going to put on the laser. He's going to outfit Manoy with the laser, and he's going to get it on himself as well. And he's going to look at Manoy. He's going to signal to him to just pretend that you're drilling, because, you know, using the mining laser, because he's going to use that mining laser on one of the guards.
I was going to say, alternatively, you could just
He's
sort of
just
check
waiting
the
to
hull
see
and
how everything
Oh,
goes.
he gets off that way. That's interesting.
Well, here's the thing. He's got a gun. Okay, Malcolm's got a gun in lockup that he really, really loves, and he really would like to go back for it. So he's just waiting for the signal.
I have mine too. It's named Vera.
Yeah. So
I'd quite like to get hold of mine. I'd like to quite like to get mine back as well.
Yep. So, all right. So we've got 6 hours to get this shit going. So, like, let's make these rolls and figure out where we're going. Where we're going and how fast we're going to get there.
Okay, so I'm going to. So I will start off. I will sort of see what I can work out. If I have another look at what's actually wrong with the helm controls and the rest of it.
All right.
But again, this is still intellect rather than education. Yeah.
Yep. Intellect.
'Cause
No.
in my
Intellect
case,
intellect for you, sir. Intellect, electronics for
Right.
you. Education and electronics for Sparta.
I was because in my case it does make a difference.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you're
Also,
the one
'cause-
lead. Are you the one leading? Are
I mean,
you the one?
I do literally have a leadership role.
Oh. I was thinking it's a case of, as you said, it's education. You're using that skill to find. Why I was thinking between using an education and using intellect. That's why I asked. It's just in my case.
But you're actually physically fixing while Sparta's assisting. He's going to apply his experience to assist you with what needs to be done.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fine. Yep, I see we're going with that one.
Yep.
So literally making it. Okay, so and again, it's just my bare electronics, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, it's electronics. It's not. We've not moved into computer. Okay, fair enough. Oh,
What'd you get?
8. And again, we know roughly what we're doing.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
10.
Okay,
Oh,
all
nice.
right. That makes that will definitely boost him up to a 9. Okay, let's see here. Which unfortunately still isn't getting the helm online. Okay, so
Use the laser to rip the ship apart. So any chance of survival?
This is what what's the character's name? Table.
Malcolm.
This is what Malcolm's doing to the guard.
I'm not sharing that. Okay. All right. So you guys succeeded on repairing the helm. However, you somehow sacrificed something, but you're not sure what. But you were able to find a bypass and the correct parts you needed to actually fix it, and everything is back online.
I thought we did
Okay.
No, you're gonna do my favorite rule: succeed at a cost.
I was going to say succeed with a difficulty. Yeah, with a
Yeah. There's gonna
consequence.
be a problem that's gonna rise later. So you fixed quite a bit of the ship up. I didn't actually apply that, so that's going to be a higher cost. So that's going to higher up your cost. That's still going to apply. The J drive is back online, and that's going to apply. So, all right.
Oh shit!
Yep. So now I get to roll for another problem.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Two more problems. That's how I'm gonna fuck you.
You're gonna say that, but you're not gonna share the GIF I shared. Okay, I see how it is.
I knew somehow that was gonna come up. I knew you were gonna say that.
And ignition key and the ship blows up. Just get it over and done with.
No, I gotta make life hard for you. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna just blow up this ship. However, I'm gonna do this. Oh, hey, look at that. Nope, I'm not doing that either. And okay, but I will do this.
I would say that the harder you make this to us to survive, the less this game's going to go on.
I have a lot of creative ideas, sir. Have faith in your GM.
Yeah, but you have to have players and characters to run them against.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless he just plays without us.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Anyway, moving on. All right.
You already played a one character.
So everything. All right. So everything is working, and the day just ended in the nick of time.
Oh, what? So
You mean did the day end in the nick of time, or did we finish fixing the ship in the nick of time?
Okay.
We've,
No. The 6-hour shift is over. We're running out of life support. They're getting ready to collect us, and the ship is now ready to be powered.
fine. In that case, we've got to go, or they are going to kill us.
Yep, let's go.
About that distraction we talked about earlier.
Go ahead and make a roll to say you talked to somebody prior.
So that would be social and maybe leadership.
Yep.
$11.
There's a riot inside. So as soon as they started collecting, it just started a few encampments of people started shooting mining lasers right at the guards, causing a distraction.
Start hearing alarms and maybe an explosion or two.
Oh yeah, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. Let's get our people. And like, suddenly, like the two guards that was guarding us shut down the barrier, and Malcolm's like, oh yeah, this is gonna get fun. Are you ready? Are you ready there, sir? And he's looking right at Minoy.
Yep, let's go.
All right. The kids on the radio is like, hey, why don't you boys hang tight? We're gonna go collect your weapons. And then suddenly they're gonna shoot the fucking guards. All right. So, I believe this would require a dexterity. We're just gonna do
gunnery.
Combat. Yep. No gun combat.
Okay. Energy, it'd be energy, so I'll roll it. Unless you have a higher energy skill.
Unless anyone's got heavy weapons.
I only have a 1, so it doesn't really matter.
I have a 1 as well.
And my dexterity is a -1, so I have a 0.
I get a +2 because my dex is +1, and I have a gun combat of energy of 1.
All right, so now we gotta work out the combat here.
That's 8 that I rolled.
All right, you rolled an 8. All right. So we're gonna get the first run without rolling initiative. Period. Okay.
Well, initiative doesn't exist in this game. I don't think you just kind of go all at once.
So at the start of any combat, every traveler makes either a dex or intelligence roll to do initiative.
Oh, I guess it changed it.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember this because I think, but it's just one of the ones where the travelers always get to go for. I can't remember because I know this.
Oh, holy shit! We did a surprise attack on the guards. So the mining lasers actually do 4Ds. So you get to roll 4d6.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're very powerful weapons. They got to cut through hard rock and metal.
We need to keep these. Okay, 4. There we go. 4 pieces. That is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
I did 14. So we just shot our guards and vaporized them.
I missed this. I wish I was a Marine still.
All right, let's get our freaking weapons. And you see Malcolm running right towards the elevator, and he's getting in the elevator. You coming? Or are you gonna stay down here?
I'm coming.
All right. He gets on the basic comms, which is being monitored by everybody, but everyone's is in attack mode now. And he's like, "Boys, we'll be right back. Is there anything you guys like us to pick up from the armory? Anything specific?"
No, because you'd have asked that question in the first place. Yes.
Oh, okay. Just making sure that was still on the table.
I would respectfully suggest, out of character, that we would have done this beforehand.
Let's not
That we knew this was going to go.
But you guys
Exactly. We would have done this.
Well, just make sure the ship is ready to take off when we come back.
Okay.
Exactly what
Alright.
we're going to be doing.
So they're ascending into the
Sure.
elevator into basically Scrap City while you guys are on the ship. You guys are hearing over comms like screaming, like there's a revolt, it's a civil war, like you're hearing all kinds of mumbo jumbo. And it's very possible, like all of a sudden, like the sensors are picking up all the energy barriers are falling. So now
Hopefully they do. They survive. Can I do a pre-flight check on the to make sure
Who
everything?
cares
is in
if they
green?
survive? Let's just get out of here.
I'm talking about you guys.
Oh,
yeah, we're still getting the weapons, man.
Well, if you don't want us to stay and keep you alive, fine. Okay, we'll leave.
Oh my god.
Still wearing back suits.
oh yeah, we need to refill our back suits.
We have just enough to make it to the ship, but yeah, we might need to get some extra stuff while we're here.
Yeah, let's grab as much as we can so we can fill up the ship's
So
locker
as
again.
you're leaving, Cedric is getting a call. Cedric, don't leave without us. We're all coming with you too. And you notice, like, on the sensor,
We're like driving shopping cart type things towards the ship.
and you notice that other people from other encampments are trying to flood to your area to hop on the ship. And according to that, that is about roughly how many people are currently living on this stupid planet?
Oh, what a surprise.
I thought it was like only like a couple, 100,000 or 10,000 or something like that people.
No, between the free labor force, so a couple. It's
a lot
actually
more than
200.
the
It's
ship's
actually
gonna carry.
200,000. It's 200,000 actual people on the planet, but the labor force numbers in the same amount roughly. So you've got roughly maybe I wouldn't say that. I'd say you have like a quarter of them. So 50,000 people are flocking towards the ship right now, hoping that we save them all.
They do
FYI.
realize the ship isn't big enough for 15,000 people.
Yeah, I was about to say, FYI, the ship's not big enough for that.
Oh.
That one.
Do a quick pre-flight check for taking off.
Hey, maybe we can grab some of them as crew.
Well,
I
don't know.
mean, I would have thought that it would be sort of local to our but knowing how big the any individual work camp is, of course.
How about also I'll give a speech to encourage them to stay behind while the rest of us go back to the Imperium to alert the Imperium to.
Oh, give me a roll for that.
That's
That will
gonna
be
work.
that'll be a social leadership role. You guys are the latest group. I'm not making that one easy at all.
11, 12, 13.
Ooh, damn, that's a good roll. You're rolling good. Okay, so about all right. So about 75% of that group decided, yeah, they're gonna do that, which makes
We can't hold everyone on board. We need to get information back to the Imperium about what's going on here. And it'd be best if you stay here to further distract them from us.
So you went from 50,000 people trying to flock the ship down to about 12,000.
Well, we have to play hard. We have to play difficult diplomacy here.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, we make it back to the doors open and guards are like, "What the fuck's going on? I don't know." And he's like, "Hey, Minoy, I think that's the armory. You want to blow open the armory with this laser?"
Yep, let's do it.
All right. Hang on, I'm gonna take out these guards here real quick. All right, give me another gunnery roll.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
I got a 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's no gunnery skill, but I do have gun combat.
All right.
So it's an 11 with gun combat energy.
Yep, that'll be it. So fire it. So
I did. 11.
11. Okay. That was damage?
No, that was to hit.
Okay, yeah, no, roll damage.
Okay. That's 12, 13, 14 damage.
So we managed to kill like another 2 more guards and blast open and use the mining lasers to cut right through the armory like it was butter. And we crack open him like, all right. And suddenly
now let's drive these carts out of here.
yeah. So they start, you guys start loading shit, Malcolm and
On the
Manoy
plus
start loading
side-
stuff out there.
On the plus side, with that open, the prisoners, the inmates can now get access to that as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. All of a sudden, there's a noise. Red alert. Complete lockdown imminent. Complete lockdown imminent. Vacuum space. Atmosphere leaking into space. And
Let's
it's
get out of here. Let's go.
Okay. Yep. We're screwed. And all of a sudden, as your cart reaches out, it seems like it got sucked out into space with whatever was on it. You didn't though, but your cart did.
Okay, it's a good thing
Tell
our
me
mag
you kept
boots are on.
weapons separately.
What's up?
Please tell me you kept our stuff separate from the cart.
There's
We did.
stores. Yeah,
We did.
Okay. So Malcolm grabs you. He's gonna roll a strength check.
But don't we have like bag lock boots or something?
Oh, wait a second. We're on a planet, right?
Yeah.
We're on a planet.
A planet without an atmosphere.
Yeah, but
Yes,
that doesn't mean we
but
get
there's
sucked
still
out into
gravity.
space. Yeah, and there's still gravity, and there's still somewhat of an atmosphere.
No. The
Mars.
atmosphere is artificial, but we penetrated that. We destroyed that system when we accidentally cut open the armory.
No, I mean like the planet has somewhat of an atmosphere.
Oh, maybe. But it's
Here's
still
a
got sucked
question.
out into space.
Planet will have gravity.
Here's a question. Can you breathe on Mars?
Okay,
Breathe
that's
on Mars
that's
with a. I
You
believe
need like a
it's the-
breather mask or a filter
Yeah,
mask.
with a
or
breather
something.
mask. That's one.
Okay.
I think that's what they call what they class as a thin atmosphere. But what I'm saying is, yeah, the atmosphere's gone, but you've still got gravity. You're not going to get you might get sucked out by.
Cable, is
this
this world an actual planet or is it a planetoid?
It's classified as a planetoid because there is no atmosphere. The atmosphere is set to 0.
And it's also probably small enough to where there wouldn't be a conventional.
Well, we also have to understand though something too. There's other battles going on as well, not just ours.
Yeah, but the point is that if it's a question of if there's either gravity or there's not. If there's gravity,
There's
stuff
a little bit of
sucking out. It's
gravity,
just going to be the air blowing up.
but
If there's not enough gravity, you're going to have some sort. There's going to have to be artificial gravity, where people can't move normally.
Yeah.
You
in
one
which
way or
case,
the other.
What I'm trying to get around is if this planet is small enough to where there wouldn't be a G1 gravity, where it's going to be very much lighter to where when there's decompression, stuff would get blown out. That would mean that the gravity is more than likely artificial.
that's where I was going with that. But yes.
Oh right,
Okay.
so
So I just
Okay,
wanted to clear that up for confusion's sakes.
Okay.
okay.
And remember,
Oh,
we're
could you-
destroying one of the biggest sectors of the city, which is the work camp.
No, it's not-
sadly,
I was thinking you said planet, but okay, yeah, if it's small enough, we've been working under artificial gravity. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, he did explain
I hadn't-
further that it is technically classified as a planetoid.
it doesn't matter. It's nothing but a hunk of rock,
Yes.
a huge hunk of rock that we've been mining on. Regardless, we just lost one cart of stuff
Oh.
for dramatic effect. Can't let
Yeah,
you
no,
see
yeah, okay,
everything.
okay. No, that's
The
fine.
good thing
That's
the
just-
carts can carry like 3,000 pounds.
3,000 pounds just went out into space. Oh, by the way, give me a dex check there, sir. I'm
Okay.
I don't, not yet. Let's see
Okay.
if I have to grab you. Oh shit! I hope I don't have to. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is a 9 plus 1.
Oh, right. Well, what'd you roll?
Oh, hold on. Dex roll?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. That is an 8, 9.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
You
Good.
ha-
You like jump back, and the door shut for a little bit, and like we fallen back with a little bit of the carts. Just only one cart got sucked out, and that's good because I didn't have the strength to grab you.
You became
Yeah, I have an
man
11
in the
strength,
last
and
moment.
at one point in my career, I had a 13 strength.
Oh wow. Yeah, I have an 8 strength, and that's all I got. I think it's an 8. Oh yeah, it's an 8. It's a 0. Oh, I thought it was a -1.
That's
Never
more than
mind.
I've got.
No, 5 to 3 is -1.
Okay.
Or 3 to 5 is -1.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yep.
Oh, that was a still pretty fair roll. I did. No, that still failed. Okay, we got to get back to that elevator. Is there another route that we could take?
Stairs.
Is there a map around here?
There is a map. Well, there's a computer system that accesses the main city server.
Okay, let's go there.
How's your computers roll?
My computers roll. You want me to roll it, or are you asking what my skill is?
Well, like, do you have electronics computers?
I do, at 0.
Okay, yep. Roll that because roll that.
Okay,
That'll be intellect computers, sir.
that is a 11.
11. Oh shit.
Nice.
You managed to find the map and found you actually found a maintenance shaft that's big enough to take the carts, and we could take it straight down to the ship.
Awesome, let's go.
All right. Meanwhile, some people have made. So you see, like, there's blood everywhere. It's a massacre. You hear people screaming, people begging for their lives. Soldiers are begging for their lives, as they're being shot to death by the.
It's bound to happen sometime.
Yeah, but I think you even hear some of the prisoners are being begging for their lives, and they're being shot to death too. So, how do you? So you guys are on the ship, just waiting on us. What are you guys currently doing, Sir Idaho and Cedric?
Prepping the ship.
Going through pre-flight checks and trying to get the ship probably take off before you guys.
You notice
get
you
here,
can't access the astrogation files.
Why is that?
That was a system you accidentally bypassed and locked out by accident when you were trying to
Okay, in that case, can I try to unlock it out?
Yes, that
I mean,
will be that will
okay,
be electronics computer roll with I would say
Okay.
your intellect. You know what? No, do your education. You're a scholar.
God.
Yeah, there you go.
I am.
I'll make it easy for you, sir. You know your way around a computer system.
Also, I may well have actually be able to clock what I've done, how I screwed it up.
You're typing away on the computer on the computer systems like Data from Star Trek Generations. Little life forms, do, and it's making all kinds of noises. You're like, astrogation, why don't you come on up? Let's go. I want to see the map of the universe.
11.
Holy shit. Okay, that's a good one. That's beyond difficulty, almost very difficulty level. So yeah, you definitely managed to unlock it out, and you're like, oh, okay, good. You found the secondary server, but it has an outdated map on it. but it's the closest you
Investigations
can
up,
get.
Captain.
It's the closest thing you
So,
can
yeah.
get to planet junk.
Better than nothing.
Investigations up, Captain, but the not entirely surprisingly, the map's 250 years out of date.
Well, we can at least hit some of these worlds that I recognize.
Yep, I mean, hopefully you should be able to do your an astrogation to get there.
Well, let's continue through the pre-flight checks
All right.
before we get mobbed.
Anything else you need me to do, Skipper?
You have an alarm going off.
Oh dear, now what?
The jump drive. It says jump drive critical error.
Okay, let's try and get that cleared up.
Okay, so you're not sure what's causing the critical error. It's not as as you're going through the diagnostic, it's not as if it can be repaired right this minute. But it is active.
Is it life-threatening?
Could be.
Will it cause an explosion that will kill all of us in an instant?
Possibly.
I would imagine only once
would
we
that
engage
be-
jump drive, we
would
can't
that be
do
a-
that to
would-
100 AU out.
Would that be a computer, electronic, or mechanic issue to?
You're not sure. You'd have to take a minute. You'd have to take like anywhere from 10 to 60 minutes to diagnose it, which you do not
Yeah.
have.
And here's how the campaign dies in the first session.
If it's a jump drive problem, we cannot even activate the jump drive to 100 AU out.
Well,
So
then
let's
at least take off now, and
Yeah,
then
this is about the that's what I was going to say. Yeah,
we will worry about it when we're in the air.
it's a jump drive problem is a later, not an immediate problem. I would say,
All right. Meanwhile,
as I understand the way they work.
while that's going on, suddenly the airlock opens up, and you see two people pushing in carts, and
Okay, you're back now.
I think we've been carrying a lot of stuff, so unfortunately we're gonna need an endurance check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Endurance is +1, and that's all I have.
Yep. Oh god, I'm exhausted. I collapse.
I got a 6.
You fail too. We are exhausted.
Oh,
And-
look, you guys are back.
Yeah. Fuck you. Okay. Oh boy, my god, carrying all
These
this shit is
anti-gravity sleds are so fucking heavy. I don't even know why they're called anti-gravity.
I was gonna say that's the exact opposite of anti-gravity.
You probably didn't.
Oh,
know
really?
this,
Are
but
these-
You probably
Okay,
didn't know.
question.
How about this for an explanation? When the reason why how about this for an explanation? The anti-grav sleds were being charged electromagnetically, like how the Daleks are being charged. And when the power to the facility went down, it cut out the charge to the sled.
We just had to move these across the ground.
Shit. It's possible we were dragging them.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Do they count as gravity
by the way,
effect vehicles?
There's a 91% chance that is true. So we're gonna say yeah, that's exactly what we were doing, and we didn't even think about that.
Do they
Plus,
count
we
as
still have
gravity effect
Plus, we
vehicles?
still have the mining lasers on our backs.
Because I remember in Doctor Who, until the Daleks' second appearance, the Daleks could only charge their mech bodies from static electricity that they were gaining from the facility.
All right.
Yeah, that's why they
All
call
right,
it the city.
Captain, let's get out of here. I wanna
Did
get
you
the hell
guys
out of here.
seriously? Did you guys seriously drag those across across this whole place?
If these things count
Shut
as,
up!
if these things count as gravity effect vehicles, Idaho runs out, takes one look, flicks the on switch, and pushes it on board. I've got grav vehicles.
That's no, because the power that would have generated the anti-grav turned off.
Don't spoil it. It's a comedy effect.
Oh yeah, we forgot to hit the
I-
on.
I mean,
Fuck
I've-
you, asshole.
The comedy is that they were pulling and they didn't realize that they were that they were dragging them.
We were like,
That's what I'm saying, so I go up.
Why is it so heavy?
Hit the on switch.
Anyways, let's take off, and we'll be turning over to try and figure out the issue with the jump drive.
It doesn't really. You suddenly feel a shake as you turn on the engines and you begin to lift off. You suddenly feel a shake, and the alarms go off. And it looks
Damn it!
like
They chained the ship to the ground.
it looks like some of the prisoners are firing their mining lasers at the ship.
How many of them are out there?
Okay, do these assholes know we can't take them along?
I tried to explain that to them earlier. They didn't want to listen.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. All right, give me a pilot roll, sir. Pilot dexterity.
Okay, I was gonna say.
You should be able to do this.
Yeah,
He rolls.
your
He
piloting
rolls.
levels.
He rolls snake eyes.
11.
Hell
Nice.
yeah! Hell yeah! You're piloting this like Han Solo. The ship takes off, and we manage to make it and breach the atmosphere. All right. So meanwhile, the
Now we
activation-
need to get to the spot in the system where we can jump.
All right.
Yeah,
So
we've
that is coming
got-
up. So the astrogation computer actually pops up on a 3D holographic imagery, and he's like, and all of a sudden Malcolm's like, "That's what that's used for." Oh, I'm just sitting on it.
We've got however long it is between here and however far away we need to go to get to the jump point, to the Roche limit, to the minimum jump distance.
Then shut up.
So
and
we can
start
actually
working.
use that to check out what the problem was with the jump drive. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, shut up and start working.
I'm gonna
Okay. Who's
see if I
gonna
can
do-
work out.
Okay.
Well, since it's we don't even know if it's a computer issue, so I would say knock out the computer issue and then I'll work on the rest of it.
Sure.
Could be a number
So
of things. Who
intellect
knows?
again.
So what are we doing exactly? What's being done?
He's gonna do a computer check.
All right, just do a computer check.
Track down what the problem is with the jump drive. So intellect again, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, 12.
Oh wow. So it looks like the jump drive may be junk. You worked out that it's a computer issue, but it looks like the jump drive is just not going to hold. You may get one good jump out of it, maybe more, but it ain't going to.
What about the drop tanks?
The what?
The drop tanks. It's on the plans for the ship. You don't see them?
Hold up, what?
Yeah, this is a Jump 5 ship with drop tanks that retain Jump 4. That's why I'm like, are you sure you want to give us this ship?
Up. Yes,
Yeah,
he does.
Definitely. Yes, I do.
Okay, it's going to be more prep work for you.
You think it's more prep
no,
work,
in
but
that
remember, there's still things, there's still consequences coming your way.
Okay, I'm just saying this is a really powerful ship for first-time players. I'm just saying.
All I can say is we've got, if it's jump 5, it's going to take us a week no matter how far we jump, but it's still one chance of jump drive failure and falling out.
Yeah, fuel tanks only have 4 weeks of operation if they're half full.
Jumps only takes 1 week.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Captain, okay, look, Captain, you're the mechanic on this, but there's, from what I can tell from the jump drive, I think we'll get one jump out of it.
Need a one jump.
Maybe a couple, but it's. I mean, I don't know. That's what I can tell from here. You've got the engineering expertise, so I don't. Not.
Hey, Table, what would happen if we did mini jumps?
It doesn't work.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Still takes a week.
Okay, I thought I would just ask.
Yeah, we don't.
No, I think there might be like stuff in the Traveler Companion to allow for that, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not even sure
From
if
what
that's
I
even a
remember when I
possibility because we don't control
Well,
going in and out of
it
that
would be a
space.
possibility. It'd be a possibility if jump drives didn't exist. At least how
from
they
what I
exist in
remember
Uncharted space.
of the games I've seen played, you probably can do mini jumps, but it still takes a week. Is a week a jump is
My
1
thought
week in
process
jump
is
space.
my thought process is just simply using mini jumps to where we're not overly exerting the jump drive.
Okay,
Well, regardless, it's going to be exerted just because it needs to be used.
I know,
I
but
was going to say,
I'm just saying to not overly exert it to where it could cool
oh,
down and kind of rest for a moment before we use any further.
Yeah, but
okay,
how big is like what are the divisions of 4.26 parsecs or whatever it
no,
is?
Chris, I get what you're saying.
That's why I turned to Table
Yeah,
and I asked him because he's going to be the one. He's going to be the final arbiter.
I said from the one I've seen, a jump is a jump. Doesn't matter how far it is. So even I see what you're saying, but from what I've seen for the gameplays I've seen, jump is a jump. It doesn't matter if it's a micro jump or mini jump if you can do them. If it's a minimum 1 parsec or if it's the maximum your ship can do. As far as I know, that's what the size of the jump drive controls. How far that is a jump, as I understand it, a jump is a jump.
Okay,
If
so
you go, you still got
here,
1 week in jump space.
here's how it works. Here's how it works. Okay, if I've done the math correctly, to go 1 parsec, it's going to cost 40 tons of fuel to go 1 parsec, I believe, for us. It's 10% of the hull tonnage per jump. It uses up that much fuel. So we need to know what our fuel capacity is at 50%. Which it should have that. It should have that on the readout. Which I'm going to be redoing this readout in the end. So
Yeah,
fuel processor is 120 tons per day. So at 50%, we only have 60 tons. So we could do 1 jump. That is it to 1 parsec.
Okay, well the next is to find any close by world that we could go to.
Oh, wherever you jump to, it doesn't matter what it is. There will be a close by world 1 parsec away because I will randomly roll that. Just what it is I don't know.
So then this would this play into astrogation?
Yes.
Astrogation and intelligence.
Hold up. All right, Colin, what were you going to say?
The first question is a 2-parter. Is there a gas giant in the system? And is this ship equipped with scoops so we can take unrefined fuel straight from a gas giant? If the answer to both of those is yes, we can fill up. And we'll be at full capacity and we can be jump
There's no
flying.
gas giant in the system.
Fine, in that case, we're stuck with what we are, okay?
Yeah, all right.
Well, that's fine, as I say. It's just because this is one of the things of the system. It's the way the system's actually designed.
Right.
It's also to help you plan your routes.
All right, Chris, you're going to need to give, or someone needs to give me an education astrogation roll -1. Is a
-1.
modifier. Yep, -1.
So, intelligence astrogation?
Yep. Are you also piloting?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me an endurance check for. You're gonna have to give me an endurance check for doing multiple work, multitasking.
So that's 11 for the astrogation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said for the dexterity, endurance plus piloting.
Yep. No. Endurance, just endurance.
Just endurance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a 4 for endurance.
Ooh. Everything on the screen is looking kind of blurry, and as you're switching between plotting...
Hey, Cedric, let me take over. You're looking a little peaked. Let's take over that for you piloting.
Unfortunately, you can't even talk. You're like, are you sure? You're exhausted. Because here's the thing too. You have to. It's gonna take you 1 hour to plot this course successfully, and with your failed endurance check for multitasking and piloting, you are currently not functioning well.
You said not to count the piloting.
You're currently piloting, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't do a roll for that because you already did a roll for that, and you took off with an 11. That's what your takeoff pilot was, right?
Okay.
That's what it was. Then I had you
Okay.
do estrogation, but then you failed the endurance roll for multitasking.
All right.
You successfully piloted the ship. You just can't finish
I
plotting the jump. You got about 10 minutes.
Okay, well then
I-
what we should do is find an asteroid fielder or something of that nature and hunker down and kind of recuperate.
Or somebody else could assist you with the plotting the jump so you could take a nap.
I can pilot. I can't plot a jump.
You're
That's what's-
exhausted. You're exhausted from getting the gravitated sleds here.
But doesn't it take like days or weeks to get to the jump point?
Yeah, I was just what I was looking up is that it's not. There is a minimum distance you can go up. My head is saying it's 100 AU, but
That sounds right.
yeah, but there is a jump. Let's see. That's what I'm going to say.
We'd have to be like
There is-
piloting first before we can astrogate. We need to get to the
Yeah,
jump
that-
point,
because-
and it takes like a long time to do that if we're using a maneuver drive.
Because
Well,
that's
the
why
thing-
you've got a
here's the
maneuver
thing.
drive.
Here's the thing. You can't pilot either. You're exhausted as well, remember?
Well, we can just set the ship to like idle basically and just go rest.
Then I
Hang on
didn't
one
wouldn't need you
second.
to I wouldn't need you to pilot.
Yeah, exactly. This thing.
Wait, there's autopilot
jump
on these
cover.
things? I did not read that anywhere.
Okay.
The autopilot doesn't work, by the way.
I knew that was gonna happen.
A ship can only jump when it is more than 100 diameters, not AU, my apologies, diameters distant from any object larger than the ship. We need to be 100 planetary diameters away from anything before we can get there. The example they give is example, a vessel could only jump from Earth when it's more than 1.27 million kilometers distant. So what we then need to do is work out what that distance is, what the maneuver drive is, and the
But it's still-
speed
but
of maneuver
it's-
drive,
but
obviously.
But it's still, you still have to take a full hour to actually plot the astrogation, or it's going to be a mishap. So if you can't, it's going to be a misjump. Even
Yeah,
if
you know,
do it.
yeah. What I'm saying is that is there is a time. It's going to take us X amount of time from leaving the planet to get into the point where we can jump. We don't have to jump immediately. It's going to take us however long it takes us to get out there. Now, if that time is 8 hours, let's say, then it's going to you've got an hour. That's 8 hours. You've got an hour to plot the jump. If you need 7 hours to rest. What I'm saying is, it's not like you see in
Okay,
Star Trek where they
then-
take off,
okay,
hit the
okay.
drive.
I'm not
what
even.
do you-
I
what
wasn't
do
even
you-
saying that was even a thing.
No,
You
no.
still have to do the astrogation here, and point
Yeah.
is, Chris can't do both.
What G of force are we traveling at with a maneuver drive?
Actually, I'm looking that up right now.
Yeah, so this is where it starts getting mathematically and technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to go that far.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
no,
kind of how
that's what I'm saying,
Traveler
is
is.
Yeah, traveler is skills and tables.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, maneuver drive. Doesn't say
Transit
that here.
times are on page 164 of the PDF.
Okay, 164.
Thank you.
But we need to know what maneuver it's at.
It should be on the ship. It's on the ship stats. It'd
Yeah, I'm trying
say.
to find
Oh, okay.
It might not say it. I think we can just go up to potentially 6 Gs of force, but I think
Here we go.
the higher the Gs are, the more fuel you use or something.
Right. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
Which
You was.
we probably let's see here. Okay. All right, I see where it is. Well, given the fact that you probably aren't pushing the ship much past 2G is what I will grant that at, or I'm going to say 1G actually, because I don't see where it says, because the maneuver drive still has to have a number specified, and I don't think it has it. Wait, hang on.
I don't think it does.
No. I mean, you got jump control per
can't-
one. You got like jump control 1, 2, 3, 4, but maneuver doesn't have that.
What is the approximate diameter of the planet we've just left? I'll do the maths.
Wait, hold up before I.
It is the size of the planet is a 6. You have put down here, so 9,600 kilometers.
Yep.
What is that? The diameter? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so therefore that is
9,600 times 100.
9.6 million kilometers we need to get out there.
9.6 million. So that's roughly between 12 hours. Between
so
I would say like 2 hours and something to 12.4 hours. So I would say
I'll say looking at it. Yeah.
Hang on. I can do the percentage here.
Yep.
So 9,600,000, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Divided by 10 million, because 10 million is what we're looking at.
When I say on the table, it's about 17 hours at 1G.
Hang on 1 second. It'll be like 11 hours. So I guess we can take naps.
Yep.
Autopilot's
You
down.
can take short naps.
So someone's got a pilot while we're all taking naps.
We can just set it to go to the location, can't we? It doesn't require autopilot to do that. Like, just push it forward and it'll just go at the G-force will push it forward and you just go.
Yeah, because
rest.
I think you do the same. You don't have to have someone at the in jump space either.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Ruining all my fun here.
I think. But
well, that requires you to read the rules, sir.
I have read the rules, sir, but you know what? Story trumps rules. Sorry.
Not in this case.
Yeah. But, no, fair point. But I mean, the thing is, it's the first time we're playing this one, so it's with none. I said I've seen loads of gameplay for this, but I've never. But so I'm going back on what I've seen.
There's a lot of people that never got down and dirty with it, like what we are. So we'll leave it alone.
Oh yeah,
but we'll leave it alone. Hey, look, there's a library on here. It's in the software.
Well, yeah, every ship has a library, more or less.
We're gonna.
It's basically what people. It's basically what people have to use in jump jump space, so you can watch any kind of show, any kind of movie, read any kind of book.
I'm pretty sure the library was probably one of the things that we probably jumped.
No.
To make the appearance that we.
You're not taking my library, man. You're not taking our library.
Which king wants the library?
Oh.
Which king wants the library?
The library's a module on the hard drive, if you like. It's going to be about, again, 250 years out of date, but it's...
Yeah, but as soon as we get to past the jump, it'll flag any other ship and it'll transfer the data so it'll update.
Yeah, I mean, we can update it as soon as we sure. Yeah,
I mean,
but
plus also the library could have been also one of the things that were knocked out by the ion shots. In the
Well, that would have
past.
knocked out the entire hard drive, wouldn't it?
yeah, I would have thought so.
So is the hard drive gone? 'Cause that would not be good.
What if-
That would mean the ship is not
No, so
working.
if the hard drive's gone, the ship is one hunk of metal and hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, so the
Well,
library still
Well,
exists.
it says that the library is in the software, not the hardware.
Oh my god, did we get rid of all the movies from like 250 years ago? Damn, I was hoping to see some 250-year-old porn.
Well, that kind of depends upon what the state the computer's in, and if
Yeah, I guess we'll have to figure that one out, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to figure that out. But meanwhile, we got about 11 hours, and we are free men. Again.
As long as CASCA doesn't send anyone after us.
Yeah.
That's why I'm checking the mod. That's why I'm going to be monitoring the sensors.
Okay, so let's see here. I don't know much about astrogation, but while Cedric is taking a nap, I am going to try and plot our course for him. Because poor guy is so tired and he needs a nap. And,
Aren't you exhausted as well?
Yeah, but not enough to fuck with the adventure. To not fuck with the adventure. There's no way I'm making this roll. It's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make it at a -3, -2, probably -3. I don't know. I'm gonna try and make the roll. And yeah, no.
And you said it's not going to screw up the adventure?
No, it's gonna totally screw up the adventure. We're good. I think I go to Cedric. It's like, Cedric, are you awake? Cedric.
Did you do?
So don't be mad. But I
slapped you.
Okay, I drew a penis on the astrogation map.
How did that happen? It's like a holograph.
Well, successfully, when you put a point here, it highlights it, and then I just connected a bunch of dots together, and I might have screwed up the computer system. I don't know.
I slap you again.
Okay, I deserve it.
And I slap you one more time for good measure.
Oh my god! Enough of the. Would you stop that? Okay.
I'm just making sure
I
that you
thought we
understand.
decided you like it.
Not to touch things that you don't understand.
So it's been about 8 hours. We still got like another 3 hours before we make it to the jump point, and I'm like, okay, well. So if you want to fix, that, you have a good chance to do it. Whoever wants to fix it.
Well, we still need to fix the jump drive in general.
Oh yeah, we still have time to do that. Shit.
Yep, we need because once we're at the jump point, that is where we can jump. We don't have to jump. We can hang around at the jump point or the jump distance and jump when we're ready.
Yep.
All right. So who's gonna check the jump drive out?
Well, given that I'm the mechanic, I should probably take a look at it.
I'm quite happy to do another. I'm happy to assist with electronics, computers, and the rest, etc. If you need it.
Well, I'm also got electronics as well, so.
Okay.
The only thing I would probably need help with is the whole computer system, if that's the issue.
I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, well, as I said, I mean, I've got the electronics. Computers is my electronic speciality.
Man always sleeping in the barracks.
So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 stater rooms.
12.
How's there 12?
No, I said that I rolled a 12.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was going to say, yep, I'm in one of the rooms just taking a nap. And you rolled a 12?
Well.
Okay,
yeah.
So you found out that the couplings and everything inside the J drive is actually failing. basically, it's colliding in on itself.
Okay, well, again, we're only gonna get one use out of this.
Is there any way you can? Is
Oh,
it at
for
all
six, there
fixable?
it is.
Fine.
Never mind. I just found what I was looking for earlier.
But we could have been traveling much faster. Damn it,
Yeah.
Tabletop.
Well, we're not sure what the engine.
We're not sure. Well, we're not sure what condition all the engines are in, and it looks like this whole
Anyway.
thing's going to get a
Exactly,
complete
yeah.
overhaul.
Now that I have determined that, I'm gonna go back and fix the issue that numbnuts decide to mess with the astrogation computer.
Give me an astrogation and intellect roll, sir. No, education, I think it is.
Eight.
Okay, that's fair. And that takes you about 2 hours. Wait, is it 2 hours or is it minutes?
I don't know.
Might be 20 minutes. Eight's a passing, that's for sure.
You can also take your time, which drops difficulty, if I remember right.
Plotting a standard jump is just an easy +4.
No, I would say, but if you want to, so you could take longer to plot the jump, double check, etc., and it will take you longer, but that makes it easier, I think, mechanics wise.
20 minutes. So. Alright, so you take 20 minutes and you finally fixed it.
Captain, was the I don't suppose you reckon we could actually do about the jump drive? Is it going to be need a full service or something? You
It's
said
we're only gonna get one use on it because it's about to collapse in on itself. So
Ooh.
this jump better work.
Yeah, because other than that, we need to replace the jump drive, and that's going to be.
Well,
I know that's good.
We either head back and possibly be executed. We either continue forward and possibly find salvation, or we die in a horrible explosion, or we die out of starvation and possibly cannibalism. I think and I think we only got one chance of survival, so I'm aiming for that one chance of survival.
Alright. So
I'll go along with that, Captain.
Alright, so this is going to be it right here, guys. This is where we're going to leave off the adventure at. Chris,
Okay.
since you are the captain, you're going to decide which sector we're going to.
Oh, joy.
I'm going to show you the sector here in a minute as soon as I can get this fucking down. This is like a huge fucking file.
What's that phrase from that people like to use?
Stacks.
Oh, is that the old Beetlejuicean death song? I think I've heard of that.
No, I'm talking about the phrase that people like to use. That's a huge bitch.
I'm saying needle and haystacks is an interesting one because the Darren's just turn and say, "Okay, fine, where's my magnet?"
That's a huge bitch. You gotta say it like that too.
Now where are we on this map?
I'm about to show you. There we are. There we go. There we go. All right, Chris. Right here,
We
you can
need.
probably see my arrow. We are at hex 1405. You can go to hex 1404, 1505, 1506, 1406, 1306, or 1305. It is your choice.
Do we know if there's
What-
any systems near us?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we
was
would
just-
need
Dude,
to
I
know
was-
what's around us.
Dude, your outdated map, you do not.
Well, okay, from what the information on the map that we have, what do I know about the neighboring sectors?
Nothing.
We traveled through here 6 months ago. Surely remember some of the data we had.
Where did we jump from? Where did we jump in here from?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Can I do
Your
a
characters,
quick?
I'm not
can
gonna tell you where you jump from me. I will, Malcolm.
Hey,
Was
well-
We need to know-
He was guarding someone in the brig. Oh, which, by the way, was also Witch King's character, so he doesn't know either. So you two tell me. And
I
now
was
you
gonna
two
say,
have a common
table-
explorer.
We
Table.
Hmm.
Can I do a intelligence astrogation roll to at least recall any information about the neighboring hexes, or maybe scrounge something up from the astrogation computer?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because we've got to jump 5 shit. Theoretically, we could go up to 5 parsecs.
But you only have enough fuel
Not
to
a
do
slow
one.
to
Okay. I don't
Change
know
the word
how
fuel
good it
whistles
will
up.
be,
Okay.
but I got a 7.
You got a 7? Oh, yeah. No, you failed. You don't know anything.
we've got
I
our.
remember these.
So,
Uh,
got 6
Curse-
possible destinations.
Curse that,
and we
curse
don't know
that, one individual who was piloting while I was in the bathroom. He's the one that he's the one that plotted the last jump.
Ah,
we,
there you
we,
go.
we don't know if any's even got
Well,
stars
okay.
nearby.
You know what? I like 1505.
1505?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then I guess that's where you guys are going to go. So after 12 hours has made it, you guys also realize you barely, the only food that everyone has is whatever food was brought in by Malcolm and Minoy. Which basically are those protein ration packs. That, that slippery, that
And I
stuff
hope
that they
there was a
feed us.
lot of them.
Tastes like cardboard.
Probably tastes like
No, it tastes like runny eggs.
Yeah, I said that same thing.
Well, would it be would it be the protein things and also maybe some crackers that taste like cardboard?
Yes.
No crackers.
Damn it.
That place did not treat you that good.
Yeah, but crackers
even-
that taste like
They could be like the future version of hardtack. It could be the
No,
future
no.
version of
Yeah.
hardtack.
No. See, if I give you crackers that taste like cardboard, that's better. That's better than what they would normally treat you as. Yes, I am being very difficult.
Where's the galley? Should we? Yeah, okay. So we're going to starve to death in a week and jump.
You're not going to starve to death. There's enough for everyone on board.
We're not going to starve to death in a week.
Oh, no, this is true. It's just that when we get there and find it's a completely empty sector, then we're going to starve.
Yes,
But at
then we'll
least-
starve. But not
least
in the week we're in jump.
At least the ships. So the ship's
It's at least
recycling.
some
What's that?
nourishment.
The ship's recycling system. Let's see how well that's working. Does someone want to check the status on that? Because remember, you could be drinking your own urine.
So
It's
that's a mechanical
clean,
electronics.
I guess.
What's up?
Oh, technically,
Hey.
it's a life sciences.
All I was gonna say is that would you consider that a mechanical issue or electronics issue table?
Electronic computers to check the status, and then life sciences probably if you're trying to do work on the recycling system.
Because there are an entire. Okay, I'll do the computer.
And this is why I call this Travelers 2nd Edition Space Orphans, because we are now orphaned in space, away from our homes.
He rolled an 8, by the way, Table.
Oh, he rolled an 8? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Actually, it's doing pretty good. The system is actually working at full capacity, so you guys have running water for the next week, so you won't dehydrate to death.
Good.
Okay, good.
All right. You guys make it to the jump point, and I believe, how do we, let me see, how do we initiate the drive? Do you just hit a button? The button goes off? Or like, how do we roll that?
I'm going to say I want to pull a switch. I want to pull a lever.
Yep.
I will allow you to pull the lever. Just let me figure out how the
Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever.
Oh, here we go. So you plot that. You know you can only go 1 parsec before you run out of fuel. On rare occasions, normally because of lack of maintenance or using unrefined fuel, a ship can misjump. Many misjumps are lethal. How do we determine that? Okay. Well, you successfully astrogated. Oh, here we go. Alright, so jump drive not maintained. No, that's per month using unrefined fuel. No, that's fine. Oh, firing the jump drive requires an engineering J drive check.
And
Yep, and education. So who wants to pull the lever?
somebody who's got at least a 0 in engineering.
I don't have that.
None of us have engineering.
Then we are fucked.
I want to see
Because every
We are bent
Because
over and
every-
properly fucked by space.
correct. Every single operation on the ship there is on this system is engineering.
Well,
Drive,
but
J drive, electronics, life support, power are all engineering.
my question is, how was your character traveling originally? At least we're in the military. We know what we were doing. What were you
He
doing?
was on a diplomatic mission.
Oh, okay. So, all right, Chris, pull the lever.
So an education, you said?
Yep. And education, and you don't have anything in engineering, so it's going to be a -3.
So a 5.
Oh, you got a 5. Woo!
Oh, hold on. This is intelligence, correct?
Education.
Okay. So then it's actually 7.
7? Well, according to that, that's still a pass.
Okay, I was going to say if no one's got it, I possibly got the highest education.
And Chris, you did succeed on the last roll. And you're only jumping once, so you did do a success on that. So yeah, that actually works.
Okay.
So hell yeah. So you guys activate the highly improbability. No, I'm just kidding. So you push the button, and it took you.
Pull the lever.
It took you 20 minutes to fire up the jump drive. You pull the lever, and boom, you are off successfully with no misjump.
Is this a scene? Is this like from the Guardians of the Galaxy where they're going, where they're all twisting and seeing different colors and stuff like that?
I imagine we've gone to plaid.
Well,
Yeah.
Suddenly you see a guy that looks strangely enough like Tom Baker in the Fourth Doctor.
He's standing
don't
before
go
us
to Blue
outside
Light,
the
you
view
know-
screen. Outside the view,
You know, if we
outside
go-
the viewport, he's just standing
You know,
there.
if you go to blue alert, I've got to change the light bulb, don't you?
Oh my god!
Suddenly there's a Winnebago that drives past and starts motioning to roll down the window.
Oh, roll him up.
Wait a minute. Is that the DeLorean off to the left?
Boy,
Man,
you guys
these jump space hallucinations are getting weirder and weirder every time we jump.
It's always so weird. Well, that's some humor there for you people.
Oh, jeez.
Oh Lord, did you guys all have fun at least?
I did.
All
Yep.
right. I definitely will prepare a bit more of an adventure, but I was so excited to run this game for you guys after preparing for characters. That was only supposed to be a chill stream, but then I was like, you know what? I actually would like to actually play. So that's the only reason why we did it so quickly as we did. So that was actually...
Well, I mean, technically we played for about 5 hours.
Yeah. Well, 4.5 hours the other night, 3.5 today. So if you want to be honestly, we played for technically 4.5 plus 3.5. That's 7, 8. About 8 hours, 8 or 9.5 hours.
We need to keep track of how much time we spend gaming, so we can say how long we've played games for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so far this will definitely be 8 hours. So yeah, we played 8 hours of Traveler already, and well, now I got to figure out what the world 15 what world exists in 1505 for you guys.
Please.
Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I promise you nothing too crazy. All right, well, everybody, we're gonna say our good nights here before signing off. So, anyone want to say good night? Anyone particularly tell our audience thank you for watching?
Good night, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show. And we shall see you on Friday at the very least.
Saturday, remember?
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah, I gotta work early on Friday, so.
So you will see us on Saturday, not Friday.
Yep, for World of Darkness, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Colin?
Bueller.
I think he left. Or he's muted. He doesn't know he's
Probably
muted
having
yet.
computer issues again.
Oh, there we go.
Right. Shoot it.
What?
Hey.
Your audio's
He's having
messing up.
internet issues.
Yeah.
Hey.
Not really, Colin. Sorry. You're cutting out in and out like a robotic voice still.
Oh God! Hold on a sec.
Oh wait, I can hear you now.
We had it for just a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, well, real quick, Sparta Chris.
Yes.
Would you like to say goodnight?
Good night, everyone. Have a nice day.
Yes. All right, well, that's everything I have for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuned in. Let me see. I don't know if I have any extra subscribers, but I am going to check out real quick. I did get a couple new subscribers since we started this. Everyone's loving the fact that we're doing Traveler. At least some of the new people are, anyway. I'm still at 241, but let's see. My total video views of this video has reached, so far, just 9. However, my other video from earlier is reaching a lot more. And then our character creation video reached over 65. And is my top rated video ever. So hopefully we'll see more of that and we'll be able to do more for you guys. So remember to work hard, play hard, game hard. And Colin, are you back saying anything?
I think
he
he
did
might
say-
still be having issues.
All
I
right.
could have sworn he did say goodbye, but if he didn't, then he says goodbye to everyone.
Yes, he does. You guys have a good night.
Night, everyone. Bye.